flashbang goes off. He's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play to get him to right up front of sight. And he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that have both of these now? Is he going to have time? Is he going to have time? Is he going to do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the long-awaited Season 3 of Pro League. I'm, of course, A-Master, and I'm joined with Cool Mark. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Well, you know, I think it's going to be a fun time today. We got some great matches. It's going to be, again, it's week 1, so we're just at the beginning sides of things. So we got to go over and let you guys know a little bit of how that format is going to be going again for Season 3.
Yeah, let's dive right into it. So we have Americas right now, and tomorrow we will have more of the other regions later. But let's talk a little bit about the format first before we dive into things. That round robin stage, right? In this kind of first stage, all teams will play in this best of 2 match. So we'll only see 2 matches today. No best of 3, just a best of 2, right? If the team wins the maps, both of them, they get 3 points. If they win 1 map, they get 1 point. If you win 0 maps, you get 0 points. Round balance is taken into account at the end of the league if there's like a tie with multiple teams having the same amount of points. And obviously later on in the playoffs, we'll get to that at some point in the future. But just so you know, right now we are in this round robin stage, just week 1. We're just getting started here with Americas, but it's very exciting to see these teams. And if they do go on forward into the playoffs, you see they play the qualifiers, they play the eliminator matches, the qualifiers, then for the grand finals for the coveted Pro League champion spot. But that's the format of things. So let's dive a little bit deeper now and move on forward into what other things we have going on here. The schedule, right? You see this round robin stage happening from September all the way till the end of September, beginning to the end of September, right? You see the streams every single weekend. Saturdays we'll have Americas and Sundays we'll have Eurasias, and then you see the playoff weekends, right? Those are going to be the last week of September and the first week of October for the qualifiers, eliminators, and the grand finals respectively. So A-Masters, a lot of exciting stuff happening here for Pro League, and why don't we talk a little bit about the prize pool?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the round robin, this is where the fun is and where we are now. This is where the cases come in as far as the prize pool in the round robin stage. You start off from 7th to 8th with 10 of each case, event and premium. You work your way up to 4th and 6th to get 15 of each. 3rd place, you get 25 of each. 2nd, you get 30. And 1st place, you get 40 of each of the event and premium. Now, as we get to the playoffs, this is where the fun is. This is where you want to make it to. This is 4th place. You get guaranteed. You'll be there for $500. 2,000 credits, and 15 of each of those premium event cases. Working your way up to 3rd, you double the cash. You get $1,000. Then you get another 1,000 credits to make it 3,000, and 5 more of the premium event cases, making it 20. Now, if you make it to the grand finals, this is where 2nd and 1st place, you get 1,500, 4,000 credits, 30 event and premium, and then 1st place is the ultimate goal. That is $3,000. 5,000 credits and 50 event and premium cases. And as we normally like to do, we get that exclusive skin that goes with it. We don't have a preview of it just yet, but it is on the way. But there is an exclusive skin to be gained.
Exactly. So obviously the teams fighting for that coveted first place playoff spot, but they do have to get through the round robin first. And well, which of the teams, you might be asking yourself, did end up qualifying here for this Pro League? Well, let's take a look here at the Americas qualified teams. Evil Vision, Merciless, Sentinel, Bless, Hammers, and Xenocide, teams that have very reputable pasts and histories within the Critical Ops pro scene and the esports scene in general. So lots of action to be coming soon, but I don't think every team's playing every single week, right? You have kind of bye weeks and some matches, and for us, at least today, I mean, we'll be seeing, or at least every team plays each week, I believe, but not everyone is streamed. So you can see here as we move on into forward to the matchups, you'll see which ones we have coming up for week 1. The first matchup was Evil Vision, Xenocide, Merciless, and Hammers is the second. Sentinel, Bless is the third. We do have 2 matches streamed, right? That's going to be Merciless, Hammers, and Sentinel, Bless. So as you can take a look at the stream schedule, that is what's happening today. Coming up shortly, the first match, Merciless, Hammers, and then we'll have Sentinel, Bless. And then tomorrow, if you want to go gander over to the Eurasia side of things, you can watch Millet Mafia play Infamous and Team G9 play Invictus. So that is going to be tomorrow at a different time as well. But our first match of the day, Merciless versus Hammers. Hey, Master, this one's got me a little bit excited. We got some old names, we got some new names, I believe, coming through. Some shifts coming through these rosters recently, and yeah, that's the first matchup. And once again, I know we've seen Pro League, obviously this is season 3, we've done this whole debacle twice now, but the best of 2, I kind of like it, I gotta say. Hey, Master.
Yeah, I would agree. It's really fun. You don't have to go the whole distance, but you still can determine those points. And so those changes that have happened, we're going to check those out a little bit and check out the team. Merciless HQ, we're going to be the first one up. Things, obviously each team wants to try to maximize and make their team as good as it possibly can be. So we will check those out. But before, and let you know, because we've given you the information, you got to use that information, and that is where you can do the community voting. And there are 18,000 credits up for grabs, 145 cases that can be won. Scan the QR code or go to the link on screen or in the description. That'll be play.mobileesports.org/app/voting. You want to be able to sign in, do the things you got to do to make your account, and then you'll be able to cast your votes and try and figure out who will be the best one and the best chance of winning based on all of the yummy stats we're about to give you. And again, starting off with Merciless HQ. Their tournament history has been pretty decent, at least with this specific lineup here. Univers of Victory Season 3, Pro League Season 1 and 2. And they had Pro League Season 1 victory and then second place for Season 2. So well seasoned in the Pro League essence that it is. Their total earnings there is not too bad. They're almost there to $5,000. And then, of course, the roster. We do have some names you may have heard of, some that you've seen. And if you guys watched Rumble, which just ended, you might have recognized Ox down there. He did very good. Same for Abora, did wonderful. I got to see that firsthand. But of course, we got Vape and Ottawa and Illis and everything for the rest of the team, Scoops. And so their ratings, not bad. I mean, the ratings are all plus 1.0 by a fair margin, and their win rates are pretty solid too.
Yeah, and they have so many maps played. Look at that, 100+ maps on 4 of their players, right? So they have tons of experience in this space. And looking at their map stats, look at this. Okay, all right. 100% on Village, 84 or 64% on Canal, 67% on Costello, Raid doing well, Bureau doing well. What's interesting is that you can only reach these percentages if you play the maps a certain amount of times, right? If it's 67%, it's almost guaranteed that you've played it like some multiple of 3, right? But if you're reaching these kind of like interesting ones on Raid, for example, it means they played Raid quite a bit. And so, with this comes the experience of losing, but also winning, right? So they kind of understand here what is to go on for this. But Merciless HQ, obviously very well seasoned with Pro League. They won Season 1, placed second Season 2. Will they place third Season 3? Who knows? We'll have to find out. But let's take a look here on the other side of things. Hammers Esports. a name that many people know in the space, but maybe their name doesn't live up to their results so far. You can see Circuit Intermediate Season 1, they placed second, but Hammers of Victory Season 3 didn't do too hot, 16th place. Pro League Season 2 did place in 5th as well. But their total earnings, not quite as high as Merciless, so they have something out for themselves. Not much to lose, actually, so that's kind of good on their side. You can see, obviously, a little more of an inexperienced roster, right? You have folks like Amendment, Dragalia, Juice, Zoned, Elevate, Kahlo, Dusty as well, but not as many maps played. Juice being the one with the highest number of maps played, 89. And the ratings, I mean, A-Master, even just a direct comparison, it's lower, the win rates are lower, the maps are lower. So by all means and statistics, Hammers maybe are the underdog here, maybe shouldn't be winning, but we know that almost always goes right out the window when we actually start playing. Teams can have, a really great experience, or maybe they have a map that statistically they perform poorly on, right? They're playing, maybe if they're playing Soar, 0% win rate, but maybe they have some tricks pulled up their sleeves, right? So you can see Raid about that 50%, Port about 56%, Village another 100% are there, but Canals, Costello, not as good on their side. Bureau still doing okay, but Soar not as great either. So A-Master, this seems like a sort of like a David versus Goliath kind of matchup first off. We're already off the bat.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks, again, it looks that way. But again, we've seen, especially in best of twos, where everything matters, even down to, again, the rounds, because again, round balance comes in at a certain point as well. So with that all being said, everything's important and everything needs to be kind of in their favor for Hammers. Everything kind of needs to go the right way, because Merciless is still Merciless, and that's the fact that they've had all these season pieces. They've done a lot of wins, especially in the Pro League space itself. Yeah, it's definitely something that Hammers will have to be careful with today and make sure that there is as little mistakes as possible, because again, if they let that run on, it may be just a little bit of time.
Yeah, so we'll see here how this kind of matchup ends up going. We'll see what the actual matchup might be. We might have a little bit of a switch going on, but we shall see what ends up happening. Before we do that, though, A-Master, why don't we talk about one of the key sponsors and supporters of the Critical Ops esports scene in general, not just Pro League, but just a lot of esports events that Critical Ops hosts, our classic coveted G Fuel.
Absolutely. And, G Fuel's been a long-standing sponsor here. And, we choose to work with G Fuel because, they've always been there as supporting mobile esports as a whole. And, the brand itself has a quality of products that we believe in. And they have benefits. Benefits being such as low calories, zero sugar, which means there's no crashes. You won't experience any of those. Clean, natural energy, variety of flavors, and collaborations with a lot of popular franchises, Mortal Kombat, The Witcher, and so many more. And so G Fuel helps the team in our daily lives. When it comes to streaming, playing games, overall activity, it keeps us energized and keeps us going all the way through. So guys, check them out. Lots of flavors. You can try them out. They have the sampler pack if you don't know what you like. Obviously you can see the flavors, if you want a Bahama Mama or cherry limeade, or you can get, some gummy sharks, or the raging gummy fish, which are some of my favorites. So guys, check them out. 30% off at gfuel.com. You guys can get a nice discount. It works on everything, not just, the fuel itself. If you want a plush, you can grab one of those too. So go ahead and grab some of that. It's delicious and it'll keep you energized.
Amazing. Yeah, G Fuel been a long-time supporter here, and I believe we are getting some word that the matchups might be slightly different from what we had initially expected. So I think we can take a little bit of a deeper dive into the other two teams that we might actually be seeing first. So we should be seeing here Bless versus Sentinel first. I think the swap around came with the scheduling, but still two good teams. So let's introduce both of these teams before they get ready to play in the best of two. Before we got to check out those map videos as well. But Bless First of all, this team is one that has a few players that, I mean, people I've seen, but looking at the tournament history, right? Semifinals in that Circuit Intermediate Season 1, Embers of Victory Season 3, they placed 4th, and Pro League, they also placed 4th. So they do have that Pro League experience, and as of the last season, we'll see how they can carry this moving forward into this coming season. But let's take a look at the players here. A wide variety of players from all across the world, even less experienced, you could say. Less maps played: Smoke and Sticks, Brave, Raf, Hate, Conti, Acuna, right? So lots of players there, but not too many maps played. Ratings decent across the board, right? Ranging away from 0.76 to 1.31, and a pretty decent win rate for the roster of Blessed. But let's take a look here at the actual maps themselves and see what we can do and what we can expect from them. Overall, pretty decent map percentages on the maps they've played. They haven't played Soar, haven't played Costello, but Village, once again, that map does pretty well across all teams, I feel like, A Master. And as we move on to, let's say, Bureau, not as solid. Canal's a little bit better, and Port and Raid, those top 3 along with Village as well. So why don't we check a look at Sentinel as well next?
Yeah, Sentinel looking pretty good. I mean, as much as, we didn't get to see with Bless, 2 maps specifically with their data, but, Sentinel coming up in here, they've got very similar-ish stats, even though they do have Worlds in here, which is, they placed the 32nd place with it. But, Embers of Victory, Circuit, Intermediate Season 2, they're kind of roughly around the same range, 2nd to 4th place, where Bless had the 4th place in semifinal. So somewhat kind of close, although Sentinels did make it to World, so they do have a little bit of an edge up there. Roster wise, I'd say it's probably pretty close as far as maps go. We do see a little bit of variation across the board at that. And of course, the win rates, again, somewhat close to the same. So I think this will be a closer matchup than what we will see later on for second match. We do see up to 67 maps. Melva looking pretty good with that, and with a 64% win rate, also looking pretty solid. But Story, Goomba, Spy, Evo Tail, Ares coming in here. So the whole team looks fairly solid and definitely a lot closer. And even to this case with the map wins, we still have 2 maps we have 0%, or 1 0%, and then 1 NA, which again, that's Costello. So I think this is a solid, close matchup, even though this is a little bit less, and I mean just a little bit less on the map statistics, because we see 3 50%, so they're 50-50 on it. So Soar definitely looking like a good option. Costello is unknown, Raid is unknown, because there is 0, so we'd have to double check that, see about the win-loss on that. How many zeros are there, basically? But everything looks pretty good. So guys, remember, you guys can cast your vote. So make sure you check the description to be able to do that. But here are the map pools for Season 3. If you guys tuned into Rumble, then you probably already know about this. We did the sneak preview over there. But Canals, Bureau, Port, Raid, Soar, Village, and Costello are the map pools for Season 3. Now, I do know some people, and, Cool Mark, you might be a little sad to see some of those old-time favorites go away, but I think this is the new age of maps. All the newer maps are here. The Soar, Village, Costello, all of them are in here, and Old Faithfuls are kind of out the door for this season.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Legacy wasn't played very much to begin with, so I don't think we were missing too much right there. And I think that's probably why the devs were like, oh, let's switch it out a little bit. But without further ado, let's take a look into which 2 maps we will be playing today. It is 2 maps, ladies and gentlemen, not 3. It's a best of 2, not best of 3. So let's see which are the picks and bans here. First of all, Costello, first new map, immediately gone. Bless said, out with the old. Also out with the new. We're not going to do any of that. Sentinel said out with the old, right? So out with the new, out with the old. Well, maybe we'll get some new stuff. Yeah, kind of. We get Soar, right? Bureau gone, but Soar in from Bless's side. And what will Sentinel pick now? We'll see here. They pick Raid. So we have 2 of the somewhat, no, Raid, I'm actually not even going to say Raid is a new map. It's a historical map.
It's solidified now.
Not historical, solidified. It's a core member of the map series. So Soar and Raid are going to be our map picks here. Bless picks Soar and Sentinel pick Raid. And interestingly enough, there's very few maps played between either of these teams on our first map of Soar. Bless picked it. They are 0 wins, 0 losses on it. Sentinel have 1 win and 0 loss on it. So there's really not much to go off of for both of these teams. But Soar will be our first map. Raid will be our second. So I'm excited to see here two kind of contrasting maps as far as color goes. Soar is a very bright, colorful map, and Raid is kind of like a warehouse, right? As many of us know, brewery kind of type thing. So it is you know, the maps are played differently. Soar, the rotations are pretty quick. So is Raid, actually. The rotations are pretty quick for both these maps, right? You can go underneath tunnels for Raid. You can just kind of hop between the cars onto the sites, but they're kind of isolated. Once you're on the sites, it's kind of hard to remove yourself from the bomb sites, right? It's not easy to slip in and out. But either way, I'd be excited to see Soar and Raid, and I believe we should be getting into the knife rounds shortly. These teams, I believe, are ready. Our first matchup of the day, Bless and Sentinel. I know we said earlier Merciless Hammers, but that will become second as of today. So let's check out here what we end up seeing. But yeah, I believe we will have the knife round kind of up shortly, and first map of Soar should be ready for us in just a moment. But A-Master, I guess who's gonna win the knife round before we start?
Oh man, I guess I gotta pick one. Honestly, from what I've seen, from seeing with, you know, Circuit with Blast, I was really impressed by Blessed, and so I think, you know, they have a good chance here. Let's see what they can do. They did pretty decent on the knife rounds, but we'll have to wait and see. They're we got one corner side, 2 corner sides. I don't think it's been chosen just yet which corner will be the main one, but decisions must be made.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bait each other out, but now the bait is gone. Now they're just saying, all right, we'll stand off. We'll do a 5v5 standoff right now. So you can see there a very tactical Bless just sitting in the corner. Sentinel now just waiting to like, oh, hey, how's it going? We'll wave to you. You can see the rosters: Ares, Melva, Story, Goomba, and Tail for the side of Sentinel. And oh, here we go. Sentinel, Bless, Sentinel, Bless, going back and forth, and Sentinel ends up winning it. So they'll be able to pick which side they start on. They, once again, are the team that does have 1 map victory, the map of Soar. So we'll see if that 1 map victory can extend to 2, or if we'll see Bless give them their first loss here, and Bless, maybe they can get their first win on the map of Soar as well. But let's get into it shortly, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we have both of these teams ready and waiting to get started in just a moment. Bless versus Sentinel. Let us know who you think is going to win in the chat down below. But I believe we have seen who's going to be on what side. And yeah, so we'll see here. Bless on the, I believe, Coalition side. Sentinel on the Breach side. So let's dive right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Round number 1 of match number 1, week number 1 here for America's of Critical Ops Pro League Season 3. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. They're flying up in here. Bless is getting in there as fast as possible. Spoken already with 2 for his name, and they're working on planting the bomb at this point. They're getting in. Spoken for a 3rd. He is just speaking everything into victory. And we got 2, 3 more going down, and that is going to be it. They only lose 1 player.
Has been defused.
So Bless getting the first one on the board.
Yeah, nice little retake there from Bless. Very tactical on their side. You can see here, yeah, very few plays here. By very few, I mean 0. And Sentinel, they only have 1. So just 1 right there. But yeah, Bless now full M4s, as we can see here. Sentinel not winning that round, but they will have some nades and some upgraded pistols in their arsenal just to move on forward. See what they can do here. Let's check out here. The tactics are. Bless want to play a little bit further back, but see what can be done. And there we go. Some damage exchange, and it's going to be Bless already just to find a couple frags. Tail, Melva taken down. Raph just really getting risky with it, but Story finds 2 kills. That's a pretty solid start here. Ares now has that M4. Now, what can they do with this? Let's see here. Story now doesn't have the bomb, doesn't have the life, and neither does Ikuna. So Bless, 2 players going down, but Sentinel Now they should have money to buy. 2-0 for Bless.
Yeah, Bless starting off pretty strong. But now we're going to go into that first official round with your rifles. We do see a Scar coming out. Story's going to be the one to have that. And, I mean, honestly, not too bad for Sentinel to try and bust their way in. Now, don't be wrong, Raph has one as well. So, got to keep that in mind. See what's possible with it. But again, that range is going to be great. Oh, we're going to have 2, 3. Raph for 2.
Okay,
boom. There we go. See, that's where that Scar's coming in handy, but, oh, 15 HP.
Yeah. Not anything too hot for him, but trying to see if he can spam through the smoke. That A attack. Not having a great time here. I think Ares is spotted out. Brave. Jiggle Peak coming through, but Spoken now taking down Story. So just Ares left. He's naded. He's going to get tagged out from both sides. And Bless, 4 people staying alive. This is so far a pretty solid start for them on a map they really haven't played much yet.
All right. Well, Bless starting off nice and strong. 3-0. Now again, this is sore. Now, some people may say it's coalition sided, which, I mean, you do kind of spawn kind of into the A side, but you know, it's definitely something that can be done on the reverse side of things. So as we rotate in, if Sentinel can get 2-3 rounds, they'll be in a good position, as long as their defenses are the same or similar to Bless. Then, you know, it kind of all depends, because, you know, we could switch and then, you know, Sentinel isn't able to hold back Bless as much as they have been. But here we go, Melva doing for 1. Kuna getting 1 for himself. Swapping out little bit by little bit, but the bomb is in a somewhat safe position. But again, they've got everything locked down pretty nicely on the side of Bless. And so now they're going to have to make some sort of decision here, which there may be an altercation coming soon, maybe, if they peek the corner. But again, choices must be made, and either whether if it's A or B, it's pretty locked down.
Yeah, it's 4 versus 3 right now, but only 35 seconds left in the clock. Sentinel, they have to make a move, and it looks like they're moving up to go over towards that pool position. But they still have to contend with Conti, who has that AUG in his arsenal. And, well, I'm going to call for that rotate. If he gets taken out, he won't even try, though. He's going to stay back on site. He knows they have very little time now, and they are getting pushed down to the last moments here. Sentinel don't have many options. They're going to have to try and push through, but Spoken already takes one down. Akuna takes another, and Tail as well, taken out by Conti. Bless just counting their cards, playing patiently, and Sentinel, they walk into the trap. 0 rounds for them so far, and we'll see how long Bless can maintain this impeccable, perfect coalition side so far.
Yep. Again, Sentinel's really just, I think at this point, learning. They're buying themselves their time, trying to figure out any kind of holes into Bless's defenses. And again, being that this is, you know, traditionally a little bit more coalition-sided, you know, again, Sentinel has just the exact amount of chance to do the same thing as we flip into the flip. But, again, they've got to get a couple rounds. They got to figure something else out, which, I mean, they got a solid lineup of weaponry, bunch of SGs, 2 Scars. I mean, it's looking pretty solid. They just got to find a way through. And honestly, what they're doing now, going all the way off to the side, they have a good chance of at least getting in the A side. There is a little bit of time for rotations to be done, and they could get in and secure it if they can go a little bit faster. They still have a minute left on the clock, so that's not necessarily too bad of amount of time to get into the site when you're right next to it. But they've got to at least get a kill or 2, and then they can clear it out.
Yeah, with only around 45 seconds, Raph already taking down Goomba, and Spoken as well, shutting them out. Sentinel have had no entry on into the bomb sites. Everywhere they've tried, at least when they've tried A, it hasn't really worked out for them. You can see their story. He's just trying to jiggle peek it right now. Conti somehow gets stuck a little bit, and this gives Sentinel a position to possibly work into the bomb site. Story just trying to tick them off one by one. Ares does get shot out, though, and now it's just Story versus Ikuna in the 1 versus 1. Who will be able to take this one away? Ikuna now falls back slightly, and just Story, he tries to go for the plant. He's been spotted out. Story knows exactly what he has to do. Flashes out Akuna, buys himself enough time to plant that bomb. Akuna now waltzing through the smoke, seeing around. What can he do? He might go just around, and they might be playing ring around the Rosie right now. Story now on the other side of the smoke. Ikuno, what will he do? He's coming out from behind. I don't think Story's gonna expect this. Maybe Akuna, is he gonna spot them? No, they switch positions completely. What is happening right now? Akuna goes for the tap. Story, no, he now knows exactly where he is, but now the tap has to be stuck. There's not very much time left. Akuna trying to weigh out his position. Gonna throw down that smoke grenade right now, and he still gets the kill, but does he have enough time? Does he have enough time? He goes for the defuse. He will not have enough time. It's gonna be down to it in Sentinel. It comes down to the very last try, the defuse by Bless, but that's how they get their first round. They scrape by with it.
Well, Sentinel finally getting that first point on the board, so congratulations to them. I know that's not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, everybody literally got obliterated. So it may come down to that. They may have to do that some more and just have just full out obliteration for everyone. That's just kind of a thing, you know? I mean, but the point is, it doesn't matter what you got to do as long as you get those points on the board. The round can be secured. You know, if you have one person left alive or you have 5, that's what really matters. But it looks like it's not going to be that. Kuna is making sure that that changes a little bit. We're down to a 3v2. Story is below half himself. Goomba coming up in here and getting himself one. And so it's all up to Goomba now. Hopefully nobody steps on his head, because that's usually the weak spot. And so now let's see if he can secure, because the thing is he has to get to the bomb. That's the worst part about it.
Yeah, they're watching it very closely too. They're guarding it, trying to see what type of move he might make. And Goomba now 1 and 5, now 2 and 5. Can he increase his own kill count? But no, Akuna's right there ready and waiting. And now Bless put Story away, put Sentinel away. They still have money to buy, but still now Bless doing solid. 5-1 on the coalition side.
Yeah, they're holding pretty strong with it. Which again, you know, 0% win rate. There's really not a whole lot of any of these players that have anything here. That's at least on SOAR. So this again will be a maker of a day for these teams, at least for Pro League and the official stats themselves. But again, Sentinel, it's an uphill battle. Again, they just unfortunately were not able to necessarily start on the coalition. So it's an uphill battle. They've got to figure out a way to get in here. It looks like A may be where they want to go again. Maybe or slide into B, pull some information. You know, try and. I'm not really sure why they left the bomb by itself over there off to the side of a Story, but you know, because they get shot, it's not the best place. We are going to see kills already rolling in. That's going to be at least the good news for Sentinel. Oh, here we go. I think they may have gotten pretty close to opening up tail for another one. It's a 1v3.
Yeah, Conti now spots out tail. He knows the tag is coming through, but he knows he doesn't have much opportunity in this round. Story does get that bomb plant. He flashes himself in, but Goomba and tail still decently low. They don't have armor on themselves, so this still could be a possible retake here for Conti, but he's weighing his options, saying there's 3 players alive. Even if he gets 1 kill, there's still trade opportunities for them. He just wants to do as much damage as possible. He does get Goomba down, but Story takes him out. And so Sentinel will walk away with 2 new guns, as well as that bomb plant in the round victory. 5-2 now. That's a pretty solid attempt there from Sentinel as they get that bomb plant. And, well, maybe that's the play to kind of overwhelm mid in the rotation to B.
Yeah, definitely. And again, you know, having that hard rotation that they did last time to go to the A side is not too bad, unless they do what they're doing now, which is basically half the team going over to the B side, over towards the pool, in which case they're moving around, which there is 1 player over there, which will be giving that information. Does get a kill. Good job. But that information has been given, so now some rotations have come about, and now they're rotating back, and, you know, it's a huge power play to push up that hard, especially with 3 players, but they still might have a chance, because right now there's only one theoretical person on B, as of now. And, well, Aries just obliterating with that Scar, doing what he's supposed to do with it, making it a third. And it's all up to Raph.
Yeah, I don't think
This is
Raph really
rough.
has an opportunity here. Raph in a
I think
rough
this is a
spot.
hold moment.
Yeah, I would say so too. Maybe just play for picks. See if he can get anyone trying to save, but he himself is been spotted, I believe. From the left
Nope.
side, Melva's right there. Okay, yeah.
There he is.
I'll shut him out, so... There we go, Sentinel looking alive and back into this one, and bless. I mean, Raph doesn't have too much money. They're gonna have to go on sort of a weak buy. They do have money for all their armor, but not helmets, not all the nades they want. So let's see here if Sentinel, if they can tie it up at 5 apiece, that would be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that'll be huge for Soar to be able to tie it up. But, I mean, honestly, if they didn't win any more at all starting here, it would still be good. As long as they can have, you know, a solid defense switching over. But, again, any round at this point, I think is just an extra plus on the notch for them switching over at this point. If they could get this to almost a tie game, switching over, I think Bless is going to be in a pretty hard spot. Unless they just obliterate Sentinel's defenses. Hey, there's some possibilities for it, but right now, having Sentinels having any more rounds is definitely what Bless don't need.
Right. Now let's see here what ends up coming for Sentinel, what they decide to do. They still have a lot of players sending out over towards this A long area next to the lobby, but Bless kind of split up in their defense as well, playing a very dynamic setup over towards mid, over towards that A site. And with 35 seconds left, Conti, he's going to spot one out. He knows that there's going to be some pressure on A now. The bullets shooting out, that smoke grenade coming out. I think they should be aware that the hit is coming towards A, but I don't think they've rotated everyone fully just yet. Brave still trying to see if he can make the rotation. He can't even, and now it's just down to Conti on the site, but both of them down. Ikuna now has to come in. Can he get the kills? Yes, he's gotten 2, but it's now just down to him. He has to do a 4K to win the round. He's on to 3 so far, and can he close this one out? He knows there's not much time left. He just has to stay alive for a little bit longer. He's going to get a kill. Ikuna, Aries, can he get him? Yes, he can. Ikuna, the 1 versus 4, clutches it out with a 4K, and he puts Bless on top. What an incredible clutch there from Ikuna.
Wow. Dude just rocked it out and took the entire round back for the team.
Whew, 14 and 5. Look at that kill death ratio. Absolutely putting the team on his back right now. And I mean, Bless cannot not be hyped after that. They have to be, I'm sure, excited.
Oh, absolutely. They have to be. I mean, that is just something that, oh, and he now has the information, now being able to let everybody know where the whole team is. But yeah, he just made that happen. Don't need them getting any more rounds than they already have. So now they've just got to hold back again. Looks like a hard push. Potentially to A, but could be coming in from the side. Melva coming in, getting 2 eat for 1, and then both headshots. So gotta love that accuracy. And as they roll into this, I mean, the fact that they have 2 players on pistols, they can get those recoveries. They can have a full squad of rifles, and even though they have the player advantage now, they're still in a good spot. But that will ultimately put them in a much better position.
Oh, Brave. Nice little headshot there. Takes down Melva. This should be around here for Bless. Only 2 guns here for Sentinel. I see Spoken. Sees that nade fly through, but he does get taken out by Tail. And Conti now not even on the bomb site. This is a 2 versus 4. All of a sudden, Bless looking a little bit shaken up here. Will they be able to go in for this retake versus 3 rifles now? Tail now has that AUG. He does get a kill onto Tail, but Story shuts them out, and that should have been a round there for Bless, even with Goomba AFK, it seems. They still somehow managed to win it.
I didn't even realize that Goomba was just chilling back there. But here we go. Here's that final kill to the 1v4. Oh, man. Akuna just showing it up. And here we go. Goomba trying to figure some things out in life. Looks like he is working his way to get back in. Maybe some difficulties there, but we'll get that figured out. But on to the round itself. Basically playing a 4v5, and honestly, they did a pretty solid job. And now that it's going to be a pistol round, this should be a pretty solid effort here to be able to take them down, even though there is one going down being, you know, story here, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Team's kind of in a weird spot, right, with Goomba being out and Sentinel, I mean, getting that bomb plant down. Tail does get it down. But Bless shouldn't really have an opportunity this round. Spoken does get taken out. Ikuna does find one kill, and Conti has that SG. If he can get that kill into Ares. Oh, Ikuna finds another one on the Tail. Can he get this kill? Conti does take down Ares somehow. This is going to happen. I believe they're aware Goomba is gone, so Bless, they get the retake, they get the defuse, and 7-4. And Ikuna now, can he pick up a new weapon? No, is he? No? Okay, he just doesn't want to pick up a new weapon. That's okay. All right, interesting enough. But see here what ends up happening if we do end up taking the timeout. I'm not sure. I don't think it looks like that's gonna happen. Oh yes,
there it is.
There's that timeout there. Goomba, they're trying to get him back or maybe a replacement for him, but having a 4 versus 5 is the most unideal, as many of these teams know.
Yep, and there it is. Officially, Sentinels, they're requesting the pause, give them a little bit of time to either get in again or maybe a replacement. Because even though these teams are as good as they are, yeah, 4v5 is not exactly what you call ideal. You know, this isn't an online, you know, Randy's match where, you know, you and your team could just obliterate anybody if it's 4 versus 5. You know, these are top tiers as top tiers. And honestly, we saw with the stats, these are super close in their skill sets. And so it's not like one of these teams is just inherently better than the other.
Yeah, not really. I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but as we move on to the last round of the half, see here what ends up happening. Goomba still not here right now. Still not doing the playing the game part of the game, but that's okay. We'll see if Sentinel can make something happen. That nade goes out, tries to scare them away. That smoke blocking their vision, but not completely. They can still sneak past, creep on the right side as Ikuna takes up his mantle over towards the lobby area. 16-6. Can he continue his insanely high KD ratio? And most of Sentinel are just sitting here over towards the ramp side. Brave taken down. Lots of information given over to his team. And Raph is just going to come out here as well with Ikuna. And they're going to take him out there. The 4v5 does not work in Sentinel's favor. And Bless now up 8-4 versus Sentinel as they move on into their coalition side. And on coalition side, having a 4 versus 5 is even worse. Now they have few people to defend the sites, so Bless could just overrun something even quicker now.
Yes, they can. And well, this is probably not what you'd call ideal, but hopefully it won't be a round or two and Goomba can come back, or we can get Sub to come in, you know, somewhere along those lines would be wonderful. Here we go. Here's Goomba. He's back. He's coming. You know, he went down the wrong pipe. So now that he's back out, it should be nice and even across the board. Now this first round may be a little rocky, but he's here.
Oh yeah, we'll see here what they end up doing. Bless now should have full reign into this A site. You can see their story in Melva. They're trying to defend. They're going to watch over, and they see some players there, but Melva taken out already. Now a 3 versus 5. Ares does take down Raph. Conti, though, takes down Sori. And so the A bomb site completely open here for Bless to take over, and that bomb does go down. Tail does take down Brave, so it could be a retake here, but still, bomb ticking now, a 2 versus 3, and they have a nice crossfire set up here. They want to go out. They're just gonna have to. Okay, they take down Ikuna, but Conti now.
Oh no!
They spot him. Oh, okay. I was about to say that took a lot of shots to take down Ares, but Bless. They win it out to get that bomb plant. Goomba now back, so this could be a possibility, but Bless only 3 rounds away from winning map number 1, their own map pick, and taking Sentinel down to 50% win rate on this map.
Yep. Yep, and well, it's not going to be much better for this round because they're still on pistols. Aries able to buy up because he's able to rock a few heads off, but not the best case scenario. But unfortunately, as I'll say, predictability-wise, Bless will probably have to get up to 10 double digits, and then we'll be able to see if Sentinels can really start locking it down. Not only with 5 players, but then they'll have their rifles. And, you know, if you have voted or if you are a Sentinels fan, you know, start crossing your fingers for this round. Specifically, this would be an awesome round for them to win. But if not, next round to be able to start taking those points higher.
Yeah, Bless should have round number 14 in the bag for themselves. As you can see, the full AKs. Melva just got absolutely tagged by a bunch of bullets. Does not enjoy that whatsoever. Clearing out all the corners, but will not take down Tail. That will be Ikuna. And Conti and Ikuna as well. Now they're coming in. Aries trying to see if he can wreak any damage, wreak any havoc. And he does take down Conti, but the bomb does go down. Aries 2 kills now. This is possible here. Story, if he can find a gun, that'd be absolutely incredible. And there could be a possibility, but Aries does get taken down. And now just down to that of Story. Bless, they come away with the round, but not at no cost. They lost 3 players there. So it was a little bit closer than they would have liked that to be. And so Bless, they're keeping, or they're being kept humble on their economy side.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and really, I mean, Akuna was pretty low too. So, I mean, they really did some damage. I feel like if they had just one more rifle, that could have been different. But now, all the rifles are here. We have our M4s, we have some AUGs. So, now it's time to see if they can lock this down. Even though it's not great, the double digits are the infamous that as they are, you know, that they're just a couple of rounds away from getting there. It sets a precedence there, but that doesn't mean that Sentinels can't do this. They are so close. They have the players now. They have the weaponry. And so should, being the operative word, should be able to continue to move forward and to start getting some extra rounds. They just have to hold this down and not get overwhelmed.
Yeah, they're trying to avoid detection right now, it seems, over towards that A site, but they will have to contend with Melva and Aries if they do end up going there. But Ralph now just trying to play the lurk, it seems. Once they make that hit, hopefully they're trying to see if they can take anyone off guard, catch him off guard. Conti takes down Melva, and now Story as well, sitting on over towards the site.
Oh no,
not even there. Yeah, this is tough for them. Story does find 1 kill, but he's so low himself. Tail finds Raph. Brave does take him out, so the trade's going in favor of Bless, but now a 2 versus 1 versus 1. Actually, I take it back. Conti now, is he aware of him? No, he does not get the kill. Tail somehow wrangles it back there for Sentinel. 5 to 10. They finally pick up a round after that half switch.
Whew, that was close. That was a lot closer than I think they would like. But like I said, you know, closeness is okay as long as you get the round. So now they're going to buy up again. They're going to try it for another time. We do see Store bringing in the Scar, able to get a little bit extra money. And now look at that. Bless on pistols, having to save up a little bit. Because even though Akuna looking nice with his, same with Spoken for his money, everybody else is not. Wow, Spoken's just racking it up some more, picking himself up a weapon. And same with Raph. And so now it's going to be a little bit more difficult to take along with. But again, more pistols coming in. What is this?
Yeah, a 1 versus 2 now. Tail just left alone, wondering how did my team just absolutely get decimated by pistols? Bless, they did not have rifles coming into this round. Sentinel are probably shaking their head right now because this is not a round that Sentinel should be losing whatsoever. Bless now have the bomb, have the whereabouts to go all the way back to B, it seems. Laying over towards lobby, right? They want to just see if they can make it further away. And Tail, if he even just continues to move alongside, if they continue to move, he might catch them off guard though. Will he catch them off guard? No, I think.
Oh no, they heard him.
He's looking. Raph, can he get him? Can he get him? Raph, taking down
he's gonna move.
His Tail though. That nade will it get Raph down? No, not just yet. They still have to reload. And Raph, what is happening right now? What is this matchup? A 1 versus 1. Tag down Raph. Can he get the kill on the Tail? He does not find it. Tail clutches it out. What just happened? What just happened? It got flipped on its head like 7 times, A Master. What?
I don't understand. But dude, Tails is just keeping everything alive.
Yeah, the clutches here for Sentinel, keeping them alive by the skin of their teeth. Oh my goodness here. Yeesh.
Wow. Yeah, I mean these are just coming down to some very, hold your breath kind of moments, because I mean, like you said last round, we had 3 people go down from pistols. Like 3 out of 4 pistols. And it's like that's just not how that should go. But I have to say, cool Mark, I think Sentinels have, as close as it is, I think they're really finding their spots.
They're trying their hardest, and it works sometimes, but we'll see if it can continue to work. Maybe if they get another 2 rounds. Oh, Melva doubles up. Raph finally takes him down, but at what cost? 2 of his teammates are now gone, and Bless, they do not have that A-long positioning anymore. They've lost it completely. Story now knows that they're not there. Upgrade his gun. And the bomb now makes its way over towards mid, but can they even make it over onto the bomb site is the real question here. Ares takes down Conti. Brave now. He's 5 and 14. Will he be able to find a frag? No. And Raph does trade, but he himself will be traded out. 7 to 10. Sentinel, like you said, maybe they are finding their stride here.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that. Akuna doing pretty good, 21 and 10, still in the 2.0 category. Then we got Conti with 17, 13, 13, and 5. Brave maybe not doing the best, but definitely providing valuable information. Goomba, did disconnect, so we don't have the full stats there, because, he's definitely not 1 and 3, but definitely worked his way. Yeah, so he's still pretty good. He's working his way back up, and
yep.
But everybody staying pretty close. Oh. Story.
Okay, Sentinel. Ace. Ah, okay.
Oh.
Well, Ares had to clutch it up for his teammate, but still, Sentinel, I think maybe just one of the quickest rounds we've seen in the entire Pro League. That was extremely fast, and now we move on into round number 19. This is getting real close now. Sentinel, once Goomba came back, it seems like they maybe had some life to them. And Bless now, it's been 3 rounds in a row, 4 rounds in a row actually, from Sentinel with no response from Bless.
Yeah, and I mean, Story just, reading him a book and putting him to bed, taking 4 out of 5, and then just shortly after the 5th one following. I mean, he may not have got the kill, but he was the distraction just long enough for the teammate to take it out. So, yeah, we are getting so close, and like I said, Sentinel's just looking a little bit stronger each round. So this is Bless's chance. If they're gonna do something, I think this is where they need to break it up. This is not looking the best for them. But again, it looks like they're trying to take a little slow, little fakes here. They're just a few inches, a few feet, a few meters away from where they need to be and to be able to plant that bomb. But they just making sure that those mistakes are not happening this time.
Yeah, it seems like we've had someone else join. Not sure who this fish boss is, but we shall see who this is. But yeah, Tail already finding 1 frag, and Spoken taken down. 5 versus 3, it seems not in favor of Bless whatsoever. They haven't found any frags yet onto the bomb site. Ares is super low, but they haven't killed him yet. And Akuna now gone. So I think now, yeah, okay, never mind. No players alive, and everyone from Sentinel, it seems, staying alive. So there we go. And yeah,
here's Story. Here we go.
Last round. That was it. It was like 20 seconds. So Sentinel,
yeah, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, Sentinel now, look at their money. $37,000 on their bank accounts. Bless, they have the 1 round lead, but it doesn't feel like that ever since the 10-4 round score. Ever since that, it's been all Sentinel. 5 in a row now, maybe even 6, and Bless might look to hopefully bless themselves in the future, because this is looking a little bit dire for them, as the rounds might even tie up. But Raph finds an opening frag. It's been a while since Bless have found some opener for themselves. So 5 versus 4, this is exactly what they could hope for. But Goomba gets 2 kills. Ikuna follows up though, trades. So now it's a 3 versus 3, an even fight. But the teams have tensed up a little. They've stopped, slowed down, and now just trying to get their bearings back with one another. figuring out which side do they want to go to. Do they want to continue to push out? There's still a little bit of utility here for the side of Bless. They could push out and try and get something done, right? Smoke it off the bomb site, smoke off the crosses, flash it out. But I mean, 45 seconds left. They are gonna have to figure out what to do.
Yep, because they've only got a certain amount of time before they got to get into the site. And I mean, they could do a mad dash to either one at this point, but again, every second ticking down makes things a little bit harder. And it looks like A may be where they want to go. They got 25 seconds. Again, a move has to be made. They've smoked everything out. If they're gonna make a move, it needs to be now, because they got to be able to not only bust through the guns that will be meeting them, the barrels that they'll be staring down. Okay. Going down.
An opening here, but Story, he takes on Spoken. They have to get that bomb.
7 seconds.
They have to get it down real quick. Okay, Conti does protect his teammate, but Tail will take him out. And now Ikuna versus Tail. The HP favoring Tail and Sentinel. They tie it up. Somehow we've gone all the way from 10-4 to 10-10. Sentinel have really fired themselves up. That coal machine running furiously on the train on the way to station 13. They hope to get those 13 rounds right now, as Sentinel looking extremely advantageous here. Bless have been absolutely stumped since they hit 10 rounds.
Yeah, they have not been able to surpass that. And gotta give a shout out. That is Tails' third clutch for a round. If Tails had not won those, the game would be over.
Yeah, this is it's a little bit tougher here for Bless than they might have expected. They're just trying to see if they can really make it at all anywhere. Look at them, so far back over towards the pool area. They dropped the bomb even. Seems like the confidence is waning here for Bless. Trying to make a decision here as Conti goes with his teammates over towards pool. The trade does happen. Brave does find Story, and Raph finds another. So 4 versus 3 now. Maybe there's potential here for Bless to make a move. Maybe for them to get around. Maybe they just need that pressure. Now that the game is tied up, maybe that's when they can perform. But Raph will get another kill on the Goomba of 4 versus 2. This is the best opportunity they've had. If they lose it now, I will be sorely disappointed for Bless. This is the perfect opportunity to close out this round. And well spoken. I think he heard the shots. Ares now close to the bomb site. The 2 players rotating on over. Conti looking to protect, and he does take down Ares. Melva now in the 1 versus 3. Shouldn't happen. This shouldn't be something that he does, and Brave denies that. So finally, after an 8-round, or what was that, 6-round run from Sentinel, Bless finally pick up another one. Round 11 for themselves.
Yep, and it comes down to how many more are they going to be able to get? Because, I mean, with that over 30 grand that Sentinels had saved up for themselves, you know, now they're tapping into it a little bit. But, again, they're going to be able to buy up till the end, it seems. And so this is definitely going to be a little bit harder for Bless at this point. So, I mean, because if Sentinels can get another one, they can break it a little bit further and then make it a little bit easier on themselves with Bless not having as much cash for the next time around. Because, again, now that they've won, that loss bonus is gone. And so it's going to be real bad if they can't continue to perform at this point. And it's just going to be that much easier for Sentinels if they could take this one.
Here we go now. Yeah, Bless. What can they do? They're going to find the first entry frag onto the B site, the crucial entry frag, and now Goomba just sits far back. The retake must happen, must occur right now. That flash goes out, smoke goes out, trying to deny them vision on into the bomb site. And right now, it's chaos on B. This is an absolute fire hazard. Smoke everywhere, and Ares finds one, but Brave instantly trades, and Bless now, they come alive. The retake immediately denied, and Sentinel looking at the end of potentially their run here. 12 to 10. Bless have, I think that was it, A Master. I think they just need some pressure, because now they're 1 round away from taking map number 1.
Yeah, and this is definitely the end all be all here. You know, Goomba, you know, he got a deagle. That's all he's got. He's got his armor though, but that's all he's got is that deagle. So this is going to be up to his teammates to secure him a weapon, take it, and then try to use it. But again, that pressure seems to have done Bless some good. They're almost there. This could potentially be the last round. The possibility, again, Sentinels really need to get some of those kills just to kind of help them out just ever so slightly, just to help out. But again, I mean, honestly, you know, if Raph decides to do it again, because Raph's kind of been a little bit of thorn in the side these last 2 rounds for him. He's been able to get those entry frags, and that's kind of been setting the precedent. So if they want to make things happen, make sure Raph doesn't take you out.
You know, we'll have to see if anything happens. Oh, Spoken takes a huge hit to the dome right then and there. See what ends up happening here as broken down quite low. Now 30 seconds left on the clock. It looks like it has to be an A hit. And with so many players already there, Raph does take down Goomba. That is one rotation caught off guard now. And with the smokes coming out, I surely think they're going to start rotating on here. And it's going to be perfect for Raph to come in from behind and stop all of them. Somehow, Tail does take him out, but he's the last player alive now. And that's it. Bless. They win out 13-10. What a remarkable play there from Bless to finally come back in the last few moments. But it was not easy. It was not something that Bless, I don't think, took for granted.
No, and I mean, Sentinels really, you know, they had a rough start. You know, with Goomba having issues, that didn't help. And honestly, I think if Goomba hadn't had those issues and that things would have been a little bit closer, could Bless have still done it? Absolutely. You know, they definitely could have still squeaked it out. But you know, we left Tails in a 1v3 again in a clutch moment. He did 3. But unfortunately, you know, you can't expect him to do it every single time. And just unfortunately, that last time was the last round. So congratulations, Bless, taking the first game, first point, at least minimum, of Season 3. And now we will be going into the next map that'll be coming up, which will be Raid. So we'll find out if Sentinels, if they're going to be able to secure themselves a point onto the board, or if Bless is going to run away with all 3 points. Because remember, 1 round is 1 point, but if you win both, you get 3. So Bless has a chance to take all of it home, but Sentinel, honestly, I think if they start all together at the same time and everything is working in that good favor, I think that they could actually have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I mean, Sentinel, I mean, if we look at the map of Raid, right, Sentinel have 2 losses and 0 wins, but they could pull something out from under the hat trick, right? Maybe they have some new tactics, maybe they have some new, you know, smokes or grenades or things like that that they can kind of implement. Bless, though, 3 times they've played Raid, and they have a 67% win rate. They've won it twice, and they've lost it once. So statistically speaking, Bless are better, but also Bless did win today after not played this map really ever. So we'll have to see here what ends up happening on the map of Raid coming up shortly. I believe we should be going to a little bit of a break in a few moments, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for being here. We appreciate you for supporting, and stay tuned for the next map of Raid coming up in just a bit. See you right back.
And now Invictus can take reception control. That's pretty good if you want to go A or B. Just having that info, especially, you know, just staying there, hearing footsteps, making range rotations work, making them work a little bit harder for those rotations. Now Faultless, what is this? Faultless pushes in, gets one, gets Jimmy, he's just not aware. What is that from Faultless? Huge play. Now Hakeem still competitive, still in the game, and gets another one. Faultless finally goes down, so suddenly the tides have shifted once again. 1v2 clutch for Nexero coming in. Out clutches the Knights.
Wait for them to go, trying to get a little flash. Mixes to come around the corner, trying to get to close proximity. And they'll be able to help out when he can. Shotty's coming out just to bait him. 1, 2, and... Can he get the third? Yes! For Z-Knight for a triple.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, some of these players really have their favorite maps where they can just accelerate and perform extremely well. Maybe it's also the team aspect, you know, maybe Regus has some great insights on how to play port. But seems like Invictus, again, they're just pulling back. Look at this Z-Knight, triple and a quad. Yeah, this is the Z-Knight that we know, and really, right? Like, you're doing good. Seems like whatever you do is working, so why not start doing crazier stuff? And, I mean, it still works out for them. So Rain on 12. Seems like the longer we go into this best of 5, like the more one-sided these games are. Again, like Rain got only 7 on Canals, which was their map pick, and now it seems like Invictus might just end it on 6. Pushing in, but my line just confidently getting 1, 2. What is this? Mally goes down as well. No answer from Invictus. Only 2 players left alive. Jimmy, not for long. So 1v4 now. Z-Knight able to get 1 and a double. Okay, Z-Knight, can you do the 1v4? This would be exactly what they need. Wives gets spotted, gets some damage as well. That's huge coming in, but he's not checking his back. And look at that, the backstab's coming in. The question is, will he get flashed? Will he get peeked? Will he get smoked off or naded? He's retreating back. He gets some damage in and gets away. He's so flashed, but he's able to make his way, barely escape there. Now Rain are making their way towards mid. Mixage gets 1, Xero 3 frags, and Mally gets another 2. 2v4 now. Mally gets another one. 1v4 situation. Wives on that single shot. He swatches it, slips it out for the gets 1. Oh, almost a double. He keeps pushing on. He keeps pushing and gets Adam Q. Not like that, Invictus. Not like that. Not a 1v4 to shut you out of the final. Wives spots 1. He does not know where the other player is. He does not have the bomb. They peek him, and Hakim takes us to game number 5.
Wow, that is all.
Take it all around the world. They're gonna go and rush A. Now they know there's nobody there, so I think at least they'll be able to get the bomb plant. Oh, what is this? Hold on. They're not going A. They are going B. They are pulling just the absolute most insane strat ever. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I mean, Paulus, he's just left alone here. Look at his 5 players.
I know.
So this is what is this? Yeah, again, chunks. Chunks is the keyword here. Both teams getting like 3 or 4 rounds, and then suddenly the other team becomes alive. And Rain are going for a fast A execute. Z-Knight, he's stuck. What is happening? He's just like...
What is happening?
He's swarming out of people. Does find one, but gets taken down by Nexera. 2v2 situation. Now, somehow that kind of works out in his favor. Oh, and that's a big frag coming in from Adam. 1v1 side bomb take. Z-Knight smoked off, and so the bomb gets planted. 5v5 retake coming in, and actually 4 players coming from here. Faultless, he definitely hears that this is his big moment. This is where he can get those frags. Oh, but that is just unlucky from him. Mixage takes down Faultless, and Symboli, what are you doing? Long range does get some damage in, so that's good. Myline meanwhile gets 1, 2, 3 for Rain. Adam Q, the only one able to do much in this situation. 2v3 now. Adam Q and Mixage, so much to do with the clock running low. It's just gonna be hard. Oh, Mixage smokes him off. This is smart. Mixage takes him down as well. The defuse is coming in. Adam, such a good play from Mixage. Smokes him up. Symboli, sure, he gets the frag, but does not get the round. That was just feared from, you know, no matter what position you find yourself in, winning them. Mixage, look at this positioning. It's so interesting. Like, he's cutting off basically all backstabs, and I think it will work out in his favor. Like, Symboli is not spotted yet, but there you go. Yep, that's an easy one for Mixage. I mean, some could call him a camper, but honestly, that's just smart. Whatever you do, whatever strategy, the dirtiest, the nastiest strategy you do, if that helps you win rounds, that's ultimately what matters, especially when you know, the odds are that high and it's so tense. And so Adam Q gets another one on Xera.
That flash thing goes off. He's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play that he can do. Right up front of sight, and he's not all you know.
Any other guys that have going to the now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of the
Hey, don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, lag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Guys, welcome back. Sorry for the short break. We have to make sure everything's set up and ready to go for the next set of matches. But welcome back. Of course, I'm Master, and that's Goldmark next to me. We are rolling in with the first games of the day. We did just get done seeing Bless versus Sentinels. That was our first game of the day. And well, only one of them could be the winners, and we've rolled up to 1 point on the board at least once. Now we're going into map number 2, and we're going to find out who's going to be able to either, we're going to see a 1-1, or we're going to see a 2-0, because this is, again, best of 2s. And so we're not going to have that third match for any kind of decider, but whoever will get it, and we'll find out here soon once they get into the lobby and they're ready to go.
Absolutely. So yeah, Bless did take that map number 1, and so we'll see if they can take map number 2 as well. Sentinel did pick Raid for map number 2, and we'll see Sentinel have a not so great history on Raid, 0 wins, 2 losses, compared to Bless's 2 wins and 1 loss. So statistically speaking, Bless could take home that 2-0 today pretty easily. But either way, let's take a look at one of our first sponsors here, one of the critical sponsors of the Critical Ops Esports scene, right? G Fuel, very coveted brand, and pretty good stuff here. Choose to work with G Fuel because, as A Master previously said, they've always been a supporter of mobile esports as a brand and has quality products that we believe in, right? The benefits of the products are many: low calories, 0 sugar, so you won't experience any crash, clean natural energy, variety of flavors, as we always like to tout, and they've collaborated with many popular franchises like Mortal Kombat, The Witcher, and many more. So G Fuel helps the team in our daily lives when it comes to streaming, playing, and overall activities. It keeps us energized. So if you want to try out G Fuel, go use code esportsmobile for 30% off at gfuel.com. But that is one of the critical sponsors here for the Critical Ops Esports scene. And A Master, why don't we check out some other cool things going on within Critical Ops in general?
Yeah, if you guys hadn't seen it yet, it's available. Kino, if you guys saw the trailer, it's available. You guys can check it out, see if you can't get some of those awesome, delicious skins, and be able to, of course, support everything that ever happens in the game. But also, if you didn't see, there's also a new Lucky Spin as well, Neon Ice. So this is the skins you could get: Flash Breeze, Frostburn, and be able to get the skins for your equipment. And then of course we have the actual weapons themselves have some nice looking skins. You can see we got P90 getting himself something extra to be coming across the board. We have the wrench itself as well, getting itself something nice cool. And of course there's always a pair of gloves to be had. So if you guys hadn't checked those out yet, go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and open up your game and see what's possible, either with the operation or with the Lucky Spin. Either one, they have some great things. So check them out. And again, that'll go towards for helping the game out. And of course, if you want to stay awake, G Fuel itself as well.
Absolutely. So we'll get back into the game shortly. That second map of Raid, but first let's do a little map recap of map number 1 now. I believe if we have the recaps available, we'll go and show them here. But yes, Bless versus Sentinel. It was Bless getting off to a nice hot start there, and towards the end of the first half, even in the first half, Bless was doing quite well, right? It was back and forth, but still doing pretty well. And then Bless in the second half, they just started running away with it. It was 10-4 at the end of the second half, or at some point in the second half, and then Sentinel said, all right, calm down now. We're gonna start trying. And then it was 10-10, right? It was a 6-round comeback, but then didn't seem like Sentinel had anything else in themselves afterwards. Bless took the last 3 after it was 10-10. So Sentinel, they used all their energy up trying to go back to 10-10, and after that, it was all back to Bless. So a very, interesting kind of back and forth map up, but I will say Akuna had a solid map. This was a very good one for Akuna.
Yeah, it definitely was. And, unfortunately, who it wasn't so great for, unfortunately, was Goomba. He had plenty of issues trying to stay in lobby. And, and it was a critical thing of where, a 4 versus 5 at this level is not your best friend. And so the fact that they had to play at a bit of a disadvantage, and he came back and still, but they were able to do fairly well. They were able to come back 6 rounds in a row, but things happen, and just unfortunately the way it went down in the history books to where the last 3 was unfortunately not won by them, it was won by Bless. But having such an early lead for Bless was definitely great for them, even though it did get tied up again, all that energy, that's where G Fuel comes in. That's where you need to keep yourself energized, keep sipping it through the time so you can be at your maximum performance all the way through. And, just sometimes it happens. You falter. They've learned everything you've done. I mean, that's 6 rounds. They've kind of figured out a little bit of what you do and how you roam around. And so that's where you got to keep things interesting. Again, Tail did really good. He had 3 full clutches, 1v2, 1v3. But unfortunately, that last 1v3, that had been his 4th clutch on the last round, just unfortunately did not happen. As much as he was great and he was performing, you just can't expect him to do it every single time.
Yeah, it's not always something possible. But yeah, that 1v4, or at least that 4K Akuna that we just saw, that was a remarkable play. I gotta say, that was quite the magnificent spectacle there from Akuna, just showing off all he had to do with his team. And definitely a positive force for Bless in that map number 1. We'll have to see if Akuna can continue that performance in map number 2 on Raid. But yeah, these teams, as you can see here, it was a lot of back and forth, even in the kill feed, looking at the teams, right? It was kind of, 4 kills in a row sometimes, and then back and forth, a 1 kill, and then 2 more kills apiece. So it was close at times, sometimes a sweep, and also I think we saw one of the fastest rounds we've ever seen from I believe Bless, right? They all went over towards pool. That was a very, very quick one. So yeah.
And as we see here, things were, working at least again in their favor a little bit, for the longest time for Bless. But this is that last kind of round that kind of set everything in motion for Sentinels. I mean, they tried their best and it didn't work out this round. But as soon as Bless now has 10 on the board, it's stuck. This is now where the rounds start going up on the Sentinel side of things. If you guys missed it, and they just started taking names. Story, which is that moment we're talking about, will come up here shortly. Over on the pool side, he was able to get 4, almost 5. He almost had himself an ace, but it came super close to it. Overall, it went well. Just it's that duration, and that's what separates certain teams from others, is being able to have that duration. These games do take quite a while. And the mental fatigue that comes from that is not easy. And so being able to have that stamina, that duration all the way through does make for a better time. And so that's just something that, here we go, here's Story, there it is, there's this 4th one, and he almost, but simultaneously, the moment he dies, Ares is right there to save the day.
They knew.
And then here's his Tails. He's coming through. He's clutching up. He's doing pretty good. I mean, that's his 3rd kill. This is not one of those clutch moments I was referring to where he was left alone, but he did get a lot of kills in this specific round for 3 himself.
Yeah, this was kind of where we were like, oh, is this gonna happen? Sentinel now coming alive here, and this was another clutch here from the side of Sentinel, right? It was Tail kind of jumping through, getting that 1 kill right after jumping to kill Akuna. takes him out, and then the bomb gets defused, right? So we thought at this point, okay, maybe Sentinel have it, enough to come back. Bless take the next round, but at this point, when Bless overrun the B bomb site, that is some difficulty to retake the B bomb site. You have to check every angle, and almost every angle the breach side sitting on the bomb site has that advantage. So we thought here, oh, maybe Ares has that potential, but nope, 4 kills in a row there from Brave and Conti. So it is what it is. Brave did really good stuff here, but at the end of the day, Bless, they end up taking the victory here, 13-10, as we see here the last round that transpired. It was just kind of a steamroll onto that A bomb site, and not much that Tail could do. I think he tried his hardest. He did get that kill, but at the end of the day, Brave shuts him out. So map number 2 here, Raid, should be a very exciting one on the dockets here. Bless already up 1 map, and this will be the second one in the best of 2 series. We have another series after this one. That's Hammers versus Merciless, but that's coming up after this one, and Raid should be an exciting one. I'm excited to see if there is any just all out 5 flashes, 5 smokes over towards A, just kind of rush, because the A defenders on Raid have a real tough time. I think oftentimes now they don't even play on the site because they know they're just going to get absolutely obliterated. The spam through the box, right? So many of them just play far back over towards spawn at this point. So I'm curious to see what tactics we end up seeing, but either way, I think we should have maybe the teams ready shortly. I'm not exactly sure where we are with it, but yeah, we'll keep you posted. And yeah, I guess, what map would you have wanted to see, a master?
I mean, I'm a little biased. I like me some good village and support. So, any of those, any day of the week will be a good day for me. But of course we got some more weekends, more maps, more games, so there's plenty more excitement for me with those if I had to just have my top 2. But honestly, I really quite enjoy seeing Soar. It's been quite a while. And Raid is one that's, it's solidified. It's one of the core maps at this point. It's not new, but it is one of the newer core type maps. It's kind of a weird spot, but personally, I enjoy it. I enjoy playing it. I like the way the design is with it, so I'm happy to see it coming back in, and the fact that it is more of a core map out of everything, considering we in this season's pool is all the new maps. So I like that it's probably going to be picked more often than not, because again, it is more of a solidified contender for everything. Because as we can see, we have some of the ye old faithfuls being taken out of the mix, and so Raid is still, now that it's solidified itself as more of a core map, now that there's been so many new maps come out after it, such as Soar Village, Costello, it's going to be picked more, and that's really great. I think it's showing it some love, and then we got to figure out who's going to be the odd man out, which I would thought would have been Soar, but I think we're seeing Soar twice today.
Maybe we'll have to see later on if that ends up happening. But yeah, the map Costello, honestly, yeah, I haven't seen much of Costello. Obviously, the newest map, the newest addition, Village, we even don't see that very often. I think I've commented a handful of times in Costello, not really a map that the teams really want to play. I think maybe they just want to stick with the maps that they understand and know, and don't want to learn a new one, which is totally fair. But the game devs, they're putting some effort in, and they're hopefully trying to get as much attention on those new maps as well. But either way, yeah, let's take a look at the player comparisons, master.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of those things to where it really shows the one by one, side by sides to who can do what. We have some of the highest ranking ones, which Spoken is the highest out of everything. He's 1.31. And then we have 1.27, just right beside. Win rates are just 1% off. The maps, on the other hand, Melva having more. And, obviously Spoken playing the support role, and Melva doing the all and in be all God role, as he is assigned to himself. So, showing that skill. Maybe not so much of the flashiest set of skills. We didn't exactly see the flashiest plays coming from Melva, to where, like, say, Tail was doing a lot of clutches last game, but, definitely still holding everything down.
Next comparison here, looking at Styx and Story, right? Both support roles, but Story just has way more maps played, 66 versus that of 20 for Styx, and basically the same win rate, but a slightly higher rating for that of Story. So evidently a little bit more impact here from Story side of things on Sentinel, but that is Bless kind of moving forward with that. Brave and Ares, right? We did see Brave come up with some pretty big plays. Ares as well, though wasn't having, I don't think, the best game for Brave. 19 maps played, 34 for Ares, and the win rate slightly higher for Brave, but the rating slightly higher for Ares. So it kind of trades off here and there between Brave and Ares. So yeah, we'll see here on the next side, Master.
Yep. And here's the infamous man himself. Here's Tail. You know, the entry fragger, not as many maps as you would expect with how he was playing, at least in the professional sense. But a solid rating for himself, 1.06, a little bit higher than Conti. So looking solid. Now, granted, Conti does not have a whole lot under his belt himself, but now he will after today. Those stats will change. So as we move along through Raf and Spy, which we didn't get to see Spy play yet, but Raf being the in-game leader, you know, he's not supposed to be the highest ranking person, although we have seen that sometimes.
Akuna and Evo, obviously Akuna with only one map played, not too much to know about Akuna, but still had a tremendous game today, absolutely popping off. And then Evo right there, the IGL side of things for Sentinel, 14 maps played, 57% win rate, and a little bit of a lower rating as well, but it seems that Akuna had a pop-off game, so we'll see if that ends up being similar for this last map of Raid. And now Hate versus Goomba. You can see here, unspecified role for Hate, a support role for Goomba, 20 maps versus 18, similar maps played, similar ratings, but a slightly higher win rate for that of Hate. So kind of goes back and forth. And yeah, we should be ready on Raid shortly. I believe the players are getting ready for the knife round. Once we are ready for that, we will get into the matchup. But yeah, just gotta wait for the players now. And once we're good there, we should be ready to rock and roll.
Yep, because we're excited. We can't wait. Again, it's been a while since Raid has graced us with a presence on screen, so I'll be excited to see it come back around into the forefront. So whenever they're ready, we'll be in very shortly. And again, we'll find out if it's going to be Bless doing a 2-0 or if we're going to be seeing Sentinels make this a 1-1. Obviously, Bless would love to have this a 2-0 because then they get some 3 points and have a nice early lead. But Sentinel may be able to ruin that and save themselves a little bit of agony and get 1 for themselves. It may not be 3, but it's at least better than 0. Because then they'll be having to play catch up at that. So at least if they can even this out, it'll at least slow down Bless's progression. But again, that's not what they want. So we'll have to wait and see. We're almost ready. Just waiting on the last finishing polished things up for them to do. Make sure they got their makeup ready. Their guns are polished, the knives are sharpened, so they can make sure that we can have a good, quick game.
Hopefully it'll be good. And also the knife round's always a fun thing. I assume they just go over towards B long or towards mid usually mid on the map of Raid. So we'll see here what ends up happening. And yeah, the knife round, always fun one. But I am curious, if you were to win the knife round, hey Master, which side do you start on here on the map of Raid?
Honestly, you know, considering how Raid is played, I really don't mind the breach. I really don't. Those fast pushes to A really kind of set things apart for Raid itself. So I think that's just a great move to do. And I mean, don't be wrong, if you want to do the coalition, you know, it's nice and easy, at least on the B side of things. But I do like the idea of fast pushes to A. You know, it's kind of my general play style is, you know, kind of run fast, you know, crackhead style play, but sometimes you get punished for that too.
Yeah, but here we go. We're moving on into the knife round. We'll see if that fast type of play ends up happening, and the knife round already underway here. We'll see the side of Sentinel on the coalition side for this knife round, and is that 4? Okay, there we go. There's 5 players. 5 players from Bless on the breach side. I don't know why they're making them run back and forth. It seems kind of like an interesting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sentinel, Bless. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Bless just kind of came back and absolutely shattered their hopes and dreams. So Brave and Ikuna coming in for those knife kills. We'll see if they start on the breach side. If they end up trying to do exactly what you would have done. That breach side start, and I think that might be it. I think that might be it. Conti, they're going to start on the... Well, actually, no. Bless. They won, but they're going to start on the coalition side. They want the slightly harder side first to start. And Sentinel, I believe, will start on the breach side once we get ready on the reset, as far as we can tell. So, should be pretty good. Bless on the coalition side. Sentinel on the breach side. And should be good to go here, ready shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you think is going to win this matchup as we get on into it. And yeah, both teams should be ready shortly for us to kind of keep on moving forward.
Yep, as soon as they're ready to go, we're just waiting on the last final confirmations of everything, make sure everything is all good to go. But again, remember, you have that voting capabilities. So guys, make sure if you hadn't done that, and if you haven't made your account yet, because you kind of have to do that to make sure you've done it. So make sure that you've gone to the description or have signed up on Mobile Esports site for their voting. But I think that is about to pass because we're rolling into game number 2. Looks like everybody's ready. And so we're going to slide in here and see what is possible for game number 2.
Let us go, ladies and gentlemen. Should be a good one here as Sentinel on the breach side, Bless on the coalition side, and well, they've been spotted. This is going to be a huge crash course collision over towards the B side, but it's all Bless every single day. Melva had nothing to go for him, and that's a full team all staying alive there for Bless. Not even on the bomb site. Everyone just got absolutely obliterated, and Sentinel, that is not how they want to start this second map.
No, definitely not. And well, they're gonna have to see what's possible. Let's see if they can do it again. But Bless, well, they're fully bought up now. And now we're going to see if Sentinel can maybe make something happen with some deagles.
Yeah, well, okay, Goomba already. First one in for himself. See here what the rest of the team can do. If Sentinel can find more frags, maybe there's a chance to get that bomb plant down and get some extra cash moving into round number 3. But likely Bless should be able to stop any push that Sentinel have. There we go. Nice shot there from Ikuna. All right, another one. Can he close out here? No. Story does get that kill. And does he get the bomb plant down? I think he does. Yes, he does. Okay. Interesting enough, they do somehow get the bomb plant down. There should not be any more players from Bless getting taken down here, but Tail now. Okay, that smoke going down, I believe. And there we go. Tail trying to jump out, and well, Ares does get taken out. So there we go. That is it, and Bless, they do win round number 2.
Yep, so they're working nice and solid, looking good. Again, similar to last time, just trying to take this early lead. But again, Sentinels, now that they're able to buy up their rifles, this could change a little bit. Again, they need to be able to fly in to whichever direction they want to go. Make things happen. But again, you know, they got to have that rush to one of these sites. Again, A is a great rush to go, but so is B. You know, the fact that you can pretty much get to B exactly at the exact same time as the coalition. That's definitely what I would think would be fun to do. Meet them, you know, get to catch them off guard. But then again, you have to be prepared as well. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there.
Now let's check out what they end up doing here. Bless, the defense. Seems like it's a pretty compact one, but maybe they'll go towards A. And they have spoken actually in ramp area, I believe. not necessarily on the A bomb site, but going over towards there, and the bomb making its way over towards A, it seems, even with Ares all the way back. Raph now trying to see what he can do here, but yeah, the bomb, okay, over towards A. And we'll see here this contest over towards mid. Melva takes down one, and Spoken now, he's 4-0. Can he increase his kill count? He does spot 2 players, but he does get taken down. Good damage done on the Goomba, and now the action starts to happen all the way over towards A. Melva takes down Brave, and the rotation's getting caught off guard now. Conti, I think he's just going to try and save. I think he's given up. He knows the bomb's planted over towards A, but he does not have much of an option now. See if he can spawn anyone over towards that B area. I don't know why he continues to look there, but I think they've rotated on over, and there we go. Tail shuts him out, and Sentinel picked up round number 1 here finally. Less any rounds again on the Coalition side, I think, are positive for themselves.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, this is a lot faster than game number 1. You know, it took them quite a while to get themselves the first one, but hey, look, they got the 3rd round, and now they're bought up. Now this should be a lot easier to tie this up, considering they decided to save for pistols, because half the team doesn't have a whole, you know, doesn't have 2,000 under them. A lot of damage being dealt. Raph and Spoken both super low, and now they're having to stick together all the way. And looks like B is where they are now. If they go for a hard rotation in A, but the bomb is not there yet. Ares is able to take down one, and so there's already a disadvantage as it is. And so again, bomb's making its way over to A now. They've kind of secured everything. We do have Brave in the back. Kanto making his way back around. Let's see what he can do. And bomb's planted though, so now they've set everything up. And Spoken got one. They have some options, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to secure that.
See here, okay, Melva tries and just does that flyby, and another one on the Brave too. So yeah, Sentinel should have another round in for themselves. Ikuna does find one, but Story shuts him out. So 2-2 tie game. Here we have it. Sentinel now money aflow for themselves.
Yep, so they've got some extra cash and everything to be bought up, but we are tied already. Again, a lot better than Soar. And so Sentinel really showing up here and being able to be like, hey, yeah, that first game was not the best, but we're here to do it. But, oh no, it looks like some bad juju maybe happened again. Ares, he's not moving. Oh no, not a repeat.
No. Not another AFK. Sentinel. Now it's not Goomba, but yeah, Ares, it's unideal, to say the very least. So see what can they do here. Raph does find himself jumping, just trying to see if he can get any information here. And there are going to be 3 players over towards A. The bomb sitting way far back, still kind of over towards spawn. Conti now waiting for Melvin to make a move. And will he spot anyone? Raph, I don't know if he completely has. I think he's heard some players now. The bomb making its way on over to the bomb site. The damage is being done here, but Melvin takes down Conti, so the defense weakened up slightly now. And the bomb somehow will make its way on over towards the site. That flash going to come out, hopefully blind some players out. That bomb does get planted, but the player gets killed immediately, and now a 2 versus 4. How can they maintain this one? It seems like Story will find 2 kills. Spoken now versus Tail, and he gets both kills versus Story and Tail. Bless come in for the retake, a very crucially needed one. And 3 rounds on the Coalition side here for Bless. This is a stellar start, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, you know, it looks like Ares is back, so they did lose one, but you know, hey, they're back quicker, a lot quicker this time. And so Scar coming out again from Ares. He's been doing pretty well with that, so he's going to try it again here. So let's see, now that it's officially a 5 versus 5 yet again, see what's possible. It's worked out so far. We're already having 2 on the board. I got some high hopes for him.
See here what ends up pushing on forward. Ares now trying to see if he can make a move. Throwing those nades out. I'm gonna clear up B long, but it seems like Bless, they're just kind of flying a little bit far back. Conti already down to about half HP, but still doing his best to just hang out over towards mid. But oh no, he's over towards Coalition spawn. Raph does get taken down over towards Tons, so the defense weakened ever so slightly now. And well, Goomba has the bomb in his repertoire with Tail. Are they gonna make a move on over towards A? It seems so. The hit now coming in very quickly as the rotations also come through, but they're just waiting for any sort of lurker. Are they spotting one out? I don't think so. The bomb does go down on A. So now it's a retake situation here for Blessed. A 4 versus 5. This is not looking easy for them. They're gonna have to do this one with a man down. And what can they do here? Story does take down Ikuna. Spoken falls in return, but Brave now as well. Goomba, the trades coming back and forth. 2 versus 3, and Ares shuts down Brave as well as Melva. Score tied now. Sentinel and Bless 3-3. Looking like Sentinel have life in them so far.
Yep, and again, now that they have all of everybody back, it seems that's kind of the winning key for them. You know, who would have known? You know, having 5v5, an even team would have made things easier. But it seems like it's doing well for them. They've been able to execute things pretty nicely. And here we go for that fast super push over to B, which that information, looks like all the gunshots have kind of tipped them off a little bit. They're going for a two-way push from the top and below. We're going to see Kuna going to be able to grab himself one, but Tail and Melva are getting one each. Spoken in a bad spot. Goomba for another one, and it's down to 2 players, Raph and
Bomb has
Conti.
been planted.
Yeah, nothing should happen here, I imagine. And there we go. Ares shuts down both of them. So Sentinel take back the lead for themselves. Bless started off strong. Sentinel now take the lead. And, well, as we move on into the latter stages of the first half, we'll have to see if Bless can... I think if Bless get 4 or 5 rounds, they are on a great trajectory to winning this entire game.
Yep, so let's gotta wait and see what can be done if someone's gonna pull ahead just, you know, a little bit more than one. I mean, Sentinel now in the lead again, but again, remember, you know, round balance is a thing that they definitely need to keep track of. So not that they need it necessarily for today, but having more rounds would be great. But again, you know, a win is a win at the early stages, but definitely that round balance to the back of the head. Yeah, make sure to keep that in mind. But either way, they're working on it. They're getting their way up. They're taking their time. I feel like they're in a pretty good spot here, especially with Melva, but definitely apparently not. They've done a lot of distractions, but not a lot of efficiency with that. So again, now they're going to make a decision if they want to go to B and do a rotation, or they want to go for A, which currently right now, even though we get to see the lovely view of the map and see everybody, B is not bad. Spoken is not really committed to that, but I think with the grenade flying, he now is and has some backup coming in from Raph. Fully flashed out. Raph goes down. Can't see absolutely anything. Jumps down. Story gets another one. Make it 2, and
it's crumbling. Okay, Ikuna finds 1 kill, but can they find anything else? They're gonna have to run through the smoke, and Ikuna, the player who has carried them for so much, is not doing too well this game. 7-7. Spoken is 10-5, and now Brave 2-4, and now I'll make that 2-5. So Sentinel, another round in their favor, as it should be, and Bless unable to make that retake happen.
Yep. So Sentinel making that gap a little bit better, just in case you know, another AFK happens, that they have a little bit of buffer here. And so let's try it again. They've racked it up. Things have been bought up again for Bless. But they definitely, if they hurt him now, it's going to be kind of bad. Although Ares does get the first kill, so Brave is already out. Oh, Ares with that nade right at his feet.
Okay.
A lot of damage dealt.
Ikuna finding another with Melva, but yeah, Melva just running and gunning. Okay. Taking
Just
down
barrel
Bless.
stuffed him.
Oh, Raph somehow finds that frag, but I don't think anymore. I don't think they'll be able to get another one. And oh, all right, tag through. Okay. Oh, the bullets wasn't passed. Okay, Melva. just chucks a nade in and says, get out of here. So Sentinel now double the score of Bless, and this is looking good for them if they can continue the trajectory in the last 3 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is the lead that they definitely need. And honestly, there was a lot of grenade action in there, and very, very helpful.
There he's already to good start taking down Ikuna.
And
No opportunity. Yeah, Conti as well answers back, but is this going to be beneficial for them? That nade kind of soars past, not doing as much damage as they would have hoped to do so. But yeah, we'll check here. See what Sentinel have in store. They are pushing out over towards A. The defense is very weak on the A bomb site, and the rotation cut off immediately. Aries just stopping them. No one's on the A site, and they've taken out Spoken, who's the closest player. Bless caught off guard once again over towards A. They've had a really tough time defending A, to be entirely honest. It has not been looking good for them, and Sentinel just been running all over the A bomb site.
yeah, they definitely have, and you know, that's something they got to work on. They got to fix. I mean, and I know it's difficult, especially with all the equipment that could be thrown over the building, but you know, they've just had a hard time with that. And honestly, I don't even think they haven't really had to use B as often as you think they should. But then look at that last 2 kills. Story, Tail, they just wipe them off the map fairly quickly. But yeah, they haven't really had to use that B rush that you can do to, you know, catch your opponent off guard and get to the bomb site really quickly, and they're not able to really get into any much positioning because A just seems to be working. And again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So might as well keep doing it until you can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Oh man, Akuna, he is just, God, he is just so flashed.
Oof. Oh wow. Okay, back and forth, 2 for 2 it seems, as Bless and Sentinel trade off kills, and Ikuna just runs through, takes down the bomb planter. Tail will take down Ikuna in return, but Spoken now will get shut out too as well. And the defense here crumbles once again into the A bomb site. That's their kryptonite, it seems. Brave, can he get the kill? No, Story just jumping.
Oh, wow.
Eliminates him too. Wow. No respect here from Sentinel. They are just trying to storm away with this first half. Could they get 9-3? 9-3 I think would be a very solid position here for Sentinel to be in. Bless would have not too many not too much room for mistakes, at least.
Nope, not really. And this is where Bless is going to try and figure things out, you know, because even though to me it's a little bit the harder side being on the coalition here on Raid, but at the same time, you know, I don't know if it's going to be any easier for them to go on the breach side here. I don't know. Gotta see, wait and see. They might have been able to find something here. They got 2 so far, and Aries is super low. But the A side's open, or sorry, the B side's open. They're working their way in for Bless, but
Okay.
you know, they're gonna pinch him here in just a second.
The best opportunity they've had, and the one time Sentinel want to go over towards B, it doesn't really work out in their favor. So Bless go 4-8, a solid position to be in. Moving on to the breach side. So we'll see here now as the sides flip if Bless can maintain or at least push back to maybe even up the scoreline a little bit. But yeah, they're on the breach side now. It seems like full armor on their end, and what position or what side are they going to go towards? It seems most of Sentinel going over towards mid, and most of Bless going over towards A. So Sentinel now, they could rotate pretty quickly if they want to, but they're in no position to be on the actual A bomb site. And Bless, I am curious, once you get that bomb down, where do you kind of sit? Where do all 5 players maintain their spots? You're going to put a lot of players over towards tunnels, and only 1 player really over defending the long site. Raph spotted 1. He knows, he hears that gun, the MR96. They have so many players over towards tunnels. This is going to be very hectic, very quick. What's going to happen now? Bomb ticking down slowly. The fight's going on over towards Tons. It's going to be Blessed to win that in their favor. Brave now trying to get 1 kill. He does, but now Melva with his teammate Tail. It's just them 2. Can they go for this retake? Raph tries to find 1. He does, and Ikuna as well doubles up there. Bless back in this one already, winning that pistol round and getting that bomb plant down.
Yeah, that's gonna be some extra cash. That's gonna be real nice for him. Now, maybe not this one, but maybe the next one. It just kind of all depends. They still will have at least 2 rounds above, but wait, Sentinel's calling for a tactical pause just to have the game plan ready. It seems maybe there's some issues there, but again, make sure they have the game plan ready and they are good to go. Or maybe not this round, but the one after that, they're ready to go to keep that 2-round lead. They don't need to lose that.
And we'll see here. Sentinel now just discussing their options. I don't think they're gonna even buy up. Tactical pause. One of the not super new features, but I'm glad it was implemented into the game, at least in the pro scene, so that people can, you know, have a discussion. Teams can really chit chat amongst themselves.
And there we go. Timer is out. I'm gonna try this again. We do see a Deagle coming out. Tail. I'm gonna see what he can do with that. Maybe to get some good hand cannon action. Here we go. The flying, and we do get to. What?
How? Story finds 3? What? This man.
Dude. But he didn't secure any of the weapons. He's still on a pistol. So.
Far away. What just
Oh
happened?
no. I mean, wait, but if he plays this right, though, he plays this right, and he lets Raph get the bomb. If he can play this right and follow up behind him, he can pick anything. Look at all those weapons. He has anything he can choose.
And nades too.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, wait, maybe there's still some chance.
Oh.
It's Story's got to slow down. He's got to slow down. He's got to slow down. Oh. Go for the weapon. Go for the weapon. Go for the weapon. Oh, he's not. He might be able to.
Clue.
Oh,
no
no.
clue.
No, he doesn't.
No clue. Oh my
no.
gosh. Story just playing with his prey. How? That is such a remarkable round to win. That is shattering here for Bless. Look at their money. They have no money too. Wow. I think Sentinel might have just nailed it in the coffin right then and there. Maybe 10 and 5. 10 and 5, surely. Surely 10 and 5. Unless this happens again to Sentinel, which is likely to not happen, I would assume.
Wow. That was the most unlikely scenario. Just the sneakiest. But wait, we are getting one.
1. Can we get 2? Yes, we got 2. But I think that might be it. I only got
Well, Raph did pick up the weapon though, but he now lost it. So if they can secure that weapon again, this might help him out.
I think they will. I think they got
yeah,
1.
they
And
did.
can they get another? Brave? Oh, okay. I couldn't have taken out. Brave now.
Are they gonna get it again? It's Brave's turn.
He's gonna try now. Yes, he does take down Melva, and he doesn't take any damage. So it's still Tail just sitting on the bomb, basically, over towards P-Long, and is Tail gonna walk right into it? That reload comes through. Does he get Tail? Yes, he does. Okay, a 1 versus 1. Oh, does he have the read on? Does he have the read on Story? Story 16 and 8, Brave. Is he brave enough to try and venture out? He's not looking the right direction. If Story peeks out perfectly, Story's got him. There we go.
Yep.
That was tough. That was close, but you know, Bless got me high heart pressure, high heart rate right there. And look at that. Okay, yeah, that was Story just getting absolutely too many kills there, and then this just playing with his prey. Come on, you can't do that. That's disrespectful. That's just disrespectful right there. But Sentinel now 3 rounds away from tying up the best of 2 to make it a 1-1, and also first time we've seen a U ratio in quite a bit. Goomba bots, I don't think he spotted anyone out, or else he would have stuck around. But Melva now, Ares just playing patrol over towards tunnels. And A-Master, what a comeback here from Sentinel. They've really come alive in this second map.
They really have. I mean, they have double the amount of rounds that Bless does. So Sentinel, positioning themselves quite nicely to be able to potentially take this one. Now the shot has been fired. They do know there is U ratio here, so to wait and see if that again is handy or not. Goomba is seeing what can be done. Misses the shot though, so now they've got to forcefully push themselves in. And so now that they got to know the bomb isn't in. Oh, it is in. Yeah, it's right there on the side. So bomb is down. The timer has been set. Now the retake is underway. It is even 4-4. Got to make their way in.
Oh, okay, Nate. All right, I think he just naded himself slightly. But, okay, the retake comes in. Sentinel. Can they find two? Yes, they find two. And, okay, Icuna. Now it's down to Raph. A 1 versus 3. I don't think this is possible. He does jump down, tries to get the kill, but it is going to be the defuse here. Sentinel look to take away map number 2 within the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that Bless does not get that 3-point lead across everyone. They want to make sure that, you know, they're not left in the dust. They want to at least get 1. 1 is better than 0, so we'll have to wait and see what's possible yet again. We've got 2 rounds left. Goomba chilling again. U ratio, it's a lot of money to be used. Yeah, so let's see if that is worth the purchase. We are seeing Akuna. Oh, just moved just out of time.
Oh,
ooh, Melva.
Okay.
Goomba does go down though, so that U ratio is expensively chilling on the ground. Melva for another one. Is this the Melva show? Apparently it is, but they're gonna flash him off, so that's not gonna happen this time just yet. But Melva is looking better. But flash again, smoked. He knows where they are. He's out for blood.
Or just trying to get some protection. They're out for a brisk walk, you know? Bless now. Trying to find some protection. And Icuna, okay, now it's a 2 versus 2. A 4 versus 2 instantly turned around. And now a 2 versus 1. From a 2 versus 4, somehow Bless have turned this on their head. And now Sentinel are sitting there wondering, how did this happen? But Tail, if he can position himself in the right place at the right time, he could stop everything. But he's going the wrong direction. Tail, he has to turn around if he wants to do something here. But it seems like Icuna and Conti, they're going to walk into a free bomb site on B. 20 seconds left.
Is he going to clutch it again? You know, this could be his 4th clutch of these 2 games. You know, he maybe fumbled that last one, you know, that 1v3, but it's 1v2, right? It's a little bit more doable.
Oh, his position's been noted. Icuna now.
Oh,
him out. I think they know he's in the smoke right now. Maybe not, but he will get killed by Conti. That was a risky move. Would have been a very immaculate return if he had been able to do that, but alas, it is not the case. And you can see here, Sentinel. Look at the kill distribution. 18, 17, 16. That would have been nice to see a 15 and a 14, but Tail and Goomba not having the greatest games. That's okay, though. On the other side of Bless, Icuna still 16 and 14. He's still top fragging for them. Still carrying them right now. But we'll see if that will be enough, because Sentinel, they don't have much money, and Bless could get maybe their 7th round or maybe even 8th as a result.
ooh.
Okay, here's the lineup. There we go. Spoken. He heard that there was like a good deal right there. You know, a couple players ready to be absolutely demolished. So he just peeked out. Brave. The nade. Hey, Master, these nades have been so good this game.
That's what I'm saying. You know, they've done so much work. These nades have been really putting them through the ringer. Although I think Raph is going to be able to hear Tail. He's going to pop the corner, and yeah, he's just ready. He has way more everything. So. But hey, it's 11-7. Sentinel still holding that 11 on their position. And Bless, they definitely still have a little bit way to go before they're in what you would consider a good position. Because right now, it's only 2 rounds away for Sentinel to still take it.
Yeah, right now it seems that Sentinel have kind of an even lineup with Bless, and so Sierra Conti just did not buy a gun. Very interesting choice on his part, trying to save money. But we'll see here what they end up doing. They actually get onto the bomb site. Brave does find one kill on the Goomba. Ares just kind of runs through, takes no one down. As a matter of fact, Bless having a very stellar performance here on this A bomb site, and Conti will spot out to his teammates. Hey, there's someone flanking. Melva's gone two now. Now Bless are starting to sweat a little bit. Now they're getting a little bit worried. Both players not that much HP either. Spoken and Raph combined maybe have 100 HP. So Melva now just gonna try and run through. I think he spotted one over towards ramp, but he's still trying to clear everyone else out. Spoken spots him out, will not get the kill, and now 1 versus 1, but the bomb so far ticked. Now he has to go for this defuse right now. Immediately Raph will take him out. There we go. That's what does it there. Bless still in this one, 8-11.
So close. So close. Melva almost had that one. But again, they just need to have just little bit more luck on their side. But right now, it doesn't look like that's really going to be the case as far as money goes. They're going to try and half seize again. They do have the Deagle, so it's possible that, you know, some things might be happening, but we'll kind of have to wait and see. But even if not, it'll rack it up to 9. They'll be close, but that still should give them a chance to get back up into a full buy and then be able to try this again. But right now, Bless is not exactly in the best economy either. So really, you know, if they're able to take this, Sentinel would be in a really good position if they could take this round. But this is definitely not going to be the easiest one in the world to do.
Mel finds one already. And that rifle already doing some good work with 1 kill. Goomba spotted out in the corner. Melva, another one. He has to stay alive right now. He can't get taken out. His teammates can get taken out, but he must go for the kills. Melva taken out. Will they be able to recover here? Ares has the M4, but just a slimmer of hope now.
Bomb has been planted.
As he comes in and tries to go for this retake, it will be very difficult. Bless now looking to tighten things up to make that score differential just 2. And Ares does find 1 kill into Spoken. Doesn't take any damage for it, actually. 13 bullets in his clip. Doesn't... Oh, now we'll go for the reload. We'll be able to take down Brave. He spots him out. Spots one. He knows the second player's over behind him to his left side. Can he get the kill? He somehow makes it happen. Ares. What? I did not think this was possible, but Ares just proved us wrong. He said, I can do the impossible, and he put Sentinel on to match point. Wow. Wow, Ares.
Yeah, Ares just made that happen. 1v3. Look, I don't know how he peeked out there to the second player at the right at the boxes. It did not get his legs blown off, but he did.
No.
And ultimately hopping down, and it looked like the bullets were just almost there, but just weren't. And he's able to secure that. That is incredible. And again, match point it is. Well, it's now harder. It's now a lot harder. Ooh, Goomba ate that grenade for breakfast. Ouch.
Maybe he can have an explosive play. Melva finds one. And more can he do here? Ares just waiting for them to jump down over towards Tons. He hears them potentially. If they make a move, maybe Ares can catch them off guard. Oh, they're just trying to show their feet, maybe bait something out. But yeah, that clutch, I mean, just seems like a poor play there from Bless to not peek altogether. But either way, flashed out there. Tail trying to call for his teammates' rotation. Ares now trying to go through. He does find at least one player on the bomb site, but he doesn't get that kill fully. Tail does take one down. Akuna now just trying to maintain composure on this bomb site, but he has the bomb, and the bomb is now down. 30 seconds left in the 2 versus 3. Bless, surely there's no way out of this one. Spoken now in a 1 versus 3. He can't do it. Sentinel take map number 2 in the bag, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Sentinel will go 1-1 here today against that of Bless. 13-8.
Incredible. You know, and that just goes to show. I mean, they had a lot of issues with some AFKing on the first game, with some connection issues, it looked like. But now, we're able to see, even though there was that one round with Ares and it was like, oh, not again. But Ares proving that that wasn't going to stop them. They were still able to take it 13-8. So again, congratulations to both teams for being able to pick up at least one round on each of these games. So now they have 1-1 on their points. But I mean, that with the round balance coming in, you know, that definitely might, you know, help out a little bit. I mean, they 13-8 is pretty decent, so that'll at least give them a good upper hand, you know, at that point.
Yeah, because Sentinel won 13-8, but Bless won 13-10. So it's a little bit of a closer game for Bless, so they will have a little bit of a disadvantage, actually. So we'll see there in the future if that makes a difference for them. Only week 1, so too early to tell right now. But Sentinel and Bless split the series 1-1, and that will be our first best of 2 for today. We have another one coming up shortly. That is Hammers and Merciless. That's a very exciting best of 2 we have coming up after the break. But ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you are enjoying some nice Critical Ops action. That was exciting. Obviously a nice little clutch there at the very end of that last map. But we'll be right back after a little bit of a longer break. We'll see you shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
And now Invictus can take reception control. That's pretty good if you want to go A or B. Just having that info, especially, you know, just staying there, hearing footsteps, making range rotations work, making them work a little bit harder for those rotations. Now Flawless, what is this? Flawless pushes in, gets one, gets Jimmy, he's just not aware. What is that from Flawless? Huge play. Now Hakim still competitive, still in the game, and gets another one. Flawless finally goes down, so suddenly the tides have shifted once again. 1v2 clutch for Nexero coming in. Out clutches the Knights.
Wait for them to go, trying to get a little flash. Mix it to come around the corner, trying to get to close proximity. And then be able to help out when he can. Shotty's coming out just to bait him. 1, 2, and... Can he get the third? Yes! For Z-Knight for a triple.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, some of these players really have their favorite maps where they can just accelerate and perform extremely well. Maybe it's also the team aspect, you know, maybe Regus has some great insights on how to play port. But seems like Invictus, again, they're just pulling back. Look at this Z-Knight, triple and a quad. Yeah, this is the Z-Knight that we know, and really, right? Like, you're doing good. Seems like whatever you do is working, so why not start doing crazier stuff? And, I mean, it still works out for them. So Rain on 12. Seems like the longer we go into this best of 5, like the more one-sided these games are. Again, like Rain got only 7 on Canals, which was their map pick, and now it seems like Invictus might just end it on 6. Pushing in, but Marlon just confidently getting 1, 2. What is this? Mally goes down as well. No answer from Invictus. Only 2 players left alive. Jimmy, not for long. So 1v4 now. Z-Knight able to get 1 and a double. Okay, Z-Knight, can you do the 1v4? This would be exactly what they need. Wives gets spotted, gets some damage as well. That's huge coming in, but he's not checking his back. And look at that, the backstab's coming in. The question is, will he get flashed? Will he get peeked? Will he get smoked off or naded? He's retreating back. He gets some damage and gets away. He's so flashed, but he's able to make his way, barely escape there. Now Rain are making their way towards mid. Mixage gets 1, Nexero 3 frags, Z-Knight and Mally gets another 2. 2v4 now. Mally gets another one. 1v4 situation. Wives on that single shot. He slips it out for the gets 1. Oh, almost a double. He keeps pushing on. He keeps pushing and gets Adam Q as well. Not like that, Invictus. Not like that. Not a 1v4 to shut you out of the final. Wives spots 1. He does not know where the other player is. He does not have the bomb. They peek him, and Hakim takes us to game number 5.
Wow, that is all.
Take it all around the world. They're gonna go and rush A. Now they know there's nobody there, so I think at least they'll be able to get the bomb plant. Oh, what is this? Hold on. They're not going A. They are going B. They are pulling the absolute most insane strat ever. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I mean, Flawless, he's just left alone here. Look at his 5 players.
I know.
Sorry, this is what is this? Yeah, again, chunks. Chunks is the keyword here. Both teams getting like 3 or 4 rounds, and then suddenly the other team becomes alive. And Rain are going for a fast A execute. Z-Knight, he's stuck. What is happening? He's just like...
What is happening?
He's swarming out of people. Does find one, but gets taken down by Nexera. 2v2 situation. Now, somehow that kind of works out in his favor. Oh, and that's a big frag coming in from Adam. 1v1 inside the bomb take. Z-Knight smoked off, and so the bomb gets planted. 5v5 retake coming in, and actually 4 players coming from here. Faultless, he definitely hears that this is his big moment. This is where he can get those frags. Oh, but that is just unlucky from him. Mixage takes down Faultless, and Symboli, what are you doing? Long range does get some damage in, so that's good. Myline, meanwhile, gets 1, 2, 3 for Rain. Adam Q, the only one able to do much in this situation. 2v3 now. Adam Q and Mixage, so much to do with the clock running low. It's just going to be hard. Oh, Mixage smokes him up. This is smart. Mixage takes him down as well. The defuse is coming in. Adam, such a good play from Mixage. Smokes him up. Symboli, sure, he gets the frag, but does not get the round. That was just feared from, you know, no matter what position you find yourself in, winning them. Mixage, look at this positioning. It's so interesting. Like, he's cutting off basically all backstabs, and I think it will work out in his favor. Like, Symboli is not spotted yet, but there you go. Yep, that's an easy one for Mixage. I mean, some could call him a camper, but honestly, that's just smart. Whatever you do, whatever strategy, the dirtiest, the nastiest strategy you do, if that helps you win rounds, that's ultimately what matters, especially when you know, the odds are that high and it's so tense. And so Adam Q gets another one, and Xera now a 2v5. I mean, this is a must-win round for Invictus, so it's not that crazy. But at the same time, you know, Rain are definitely looking to take at least some weapons out of the hands of Invictus, which is not going to happen. So Invictus,
Yeah, Merciless have also been trying to be very tactical, but it hasn't really worked out for them just yet. I'm wondering if maybe just a quick rush would help them, but right now these smokes really stopping them from getting anywhere here. Gudon is totally blind, so well done there, but Metal
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4 kills. Will we get the ace? No, he won't. Vape will deny.
No, looks like we got it coming in now.
Okay, there we go.
I think we got 2K, yeah, basically a broken buy coming in here. AK-47, KSG, a couple Deagles, and a P250. This is his play we've seen them do so many times when they're in a tough spot. They just buy what they can buy and pick up the weapons from their dead opponents. Unfortunately, players going down there. Vapors are finding Rico, not before he's able to do 1 kill there, though, to a loose. Shotgun coming up, Cole pops up, but arm! As Gudon. It's just trades back and forth right now. Merciless having the slight advantage.
Oh, wow. Okay, takes down Metal Stewie. XVE takes down 2, though. Can he take down Vape? He spots one out.
Sees him.
Spots him out. Yes. Oh, the 3K. Yeah, let's see what they can do here. As it is round number 16. And there is a buy here from Merciless. KSG on both sides, Breach and Coalition. It's going to be Scott to get a double kill, but Gudon and Metal Matsui answer back. And oh, the drive by Eluse, the disrespect just takes out XVE. He was sitting there waiting, and he just got absolutely obliterated sitting there. Now Gudon and Metal Matsui have to make their way on over towards A, it seems. But Eluse will be here ready and waiting as well. Just has to take down Metal Matsui. Will he be able to get this? Yeah, what? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? That is disgusting. That is not okay. Eluse. Rico. Okay. We'll see them tag up. Vape does take down XVE. And that flash goes out. Scott will get knifed. Oh, that was so smart from them. Cool. He knew that Scott was right there, so he goes for that knife. Arm, though, somehow takes down
the backstab now. Vape's gonna put down Metal Monster. Already 2 players down at the ground. Make that 3. Cool's gonna find Vape, but quickly traded out by Scott. Enrico Lee's the last player alive. He's a glass cannon. Be careful. When glass gets hot, it can melt here. Enrico looking around, see if we can find anybody. Sees a player pop out. Gives himself away. 5 rounds in his magazine. Has decided not to reload. Instead, looking for the kill. Down to 4. He's gonna run out of ammo if he's not careful. Gonna pop the reload now. Player coming up on his left side. He sees him there. Peeks on over. Is able to find 2. What?
Somehow doing good damage, but he might get.
How is he still?
What?
What?
How is he still alive? Enrico Lee, you absolute madman monster. Is he gonna? Oh, is he gonna wait?
I swear.
Wait. No, he's gonna go for the bomb.
What? I don't know why he hasn't gone apartment. Drop down Enrico. Prevent him from doing anything. Eluse is in a good angle here. At this point, you have to be expecting him.
Got it. Yeah, he's killed them how many times with the KSG?
Yeah. Like specifically right around this area? Like, you have to think he's here. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, come on.
Metal was waiting too, but it doesn't even matter. Comes in out quick. 2 kills.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Takes another one down. He's going to try and maintain as much as he can. He's going to take down Scott here. He's going to get shot off on the side. Somehow he's not dead yet. Somehow he stayed alive for so long. And with only 25 seconds left, this is chaos breaking out. Ottawa, the last man alive here for Merciless. Can he find one? He finds one. He gets both. What? Okay, now a 1 versus 2, or turned into a 1 versus 1.
No!
What? Are you kidding me? Synonymous with him and his SG. Those are the 2 main guns he uses if he can.
And he uses them to great effect.
Oh yeah. Right
oh
now,
man,
right
look
here.
at this.
1,
oh no.
2,
no.
3. Line him up, knock him down. He said, but let's see here. What can Resurgent Phoenix do? They have 4v4, pretty equal weaponry, and a minute left on the clock. That smoke is interesting. Forces Scott to kind of play in this actually exact same position. It doesn't really block off anything. Bait has to fall back slightly, and Scott's gonna funnel them into a trap. And exactly that's what they do. They fall for the trap.
69 HP to his name. Nice. Taking his time moving in here, making a whole lot of noise now. He's moving fast. If you're Enrico, you need to win this gunfight. Otto and Cool about to have an altercation here. Spot has been given away. Otto misses all of his shots. Cool comes back, and he's going to finish him off.
That's very important now. Cool, can he do anything else? No, he peeked while reloading. Very interesting decision on his end, but Alus is going to stop them all. Metal, now the last player, and no, it's not going to...
That flash fade goes off. He's tagged. Finds the wall bang. Trying to go for the 2K. He's able to pick it up. He's got one more play to get into. Right up front of sight. And he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that have going now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time for this? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Guys, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us through that little bit extended break, but it's for good reason because we have our second matchup of today coming through, and so we're getting those guys ready to go and set up. You know, we just got done with our first game of the day, but we'll have a little bit of that little recap here in just a second. But I'm a master, and that's cool, Mark. Welcome to the stream if you're just tuning in from the break. We're about ready to have some more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 exciting teams coming up today. Merciless and Hammers, teams that, you know, people they know quite a bit about. I think these teams have a little more history than the 2 teams that just played, that of Sentinel and Blast. So we'll see here if Merciless and Hammers can pull off some pretty interesting games here. But yeah, before we do so, Master, why don't we thank one of the longtime sponsors of Critical Ops Esports?
Absolutely, and that's G Fuel. So, you know, you've probably seen it around. It's one of the biggest and #1 gaming fuel type of drinks you can get. It helps you stay awake, helps you stay focused. I always try to keep a tub of something around to be able to keep me energized for those times that I need it. And they got lots of flavors. I think there's over 60 flavors now that you can choose from. And if you don't know what to pick, you got the starter kit. So that's where that 30% off coupon comes in, Esports Mobile. And that can go for the starter kit, tubs, plushies, shirts, whatever. You can get it at gfuel.com. And so go ahead and check them out if you hadn't got them yet. If not, again, sampler pack is always a good option.
Absolutely. So let's and some other cool things about Critical Ops going on in the scene. Obviously, we'll check out the new Operation Kino. You saw a little bit of the trailer there. Very cool stuff. And then as well, the Lucky Spin. So some really cool skins coming out with the Lucky Spin in the current game of Critical Ops. So as you can see, it'll be the neon ice on the screen and lots of new designs, new skins, and gloves as well and whatnot for all the various guns that you like to play with. Glacial Claw, Thawing Terror, Cold Grasp, and all the other Frostburn grenades and flash freeze and whatnot. So go check out the neon ice Lucky Spin inside the game if you haven't already. It's a very fun time there, but let's kind of dive back into the actual Critical Ops Esports Pro League. The first week here, the first matchup between these two teams, Merciless and Hammers, and we'll go through these teams. We actually went through them once already, but we'll go through them again, and then we'll go through like the map veto and see which maps we actually are ended up playing with these two teams. So let's kind of dive right into it, Master?
Absolutely, yeah. We had a little switcheroo earlier, which was fantastic because we got to see the Bless and Sentinel play beforehand. But before we do, remember, voting is an option. And by voting, you get free stuff. And, obviously, if you get it right, then that is where you get those winnings from for that. So there are credits or cases to be had. You just got to scan that QR code, take a screenshot of it, or go to play.mobileesports.com/app/voting. Make sure you sign up, make your account, do all the things that they require you to do, and then you'll get your points and you can cast those votes to take a guess or an educated one at that point, because we're going to tell you a little bit about these teams. We went over these a little bit earlier before some switcheroo and happens. So if you're here, you're going to be able to double check your numbers, make sure everything is accurate. But here we go. Merciless HQ, they have a little bit better standings. Here they have second place and Embers of Victory Season 3. They have Pro League Season 1 and 2, first place and second place, respectively. So they've been here. They've done this before. They've won and also then made it into second place into the grand finals. Here's the team and the lineup for it. There are 4, count them, 4 players over 100 maps on this team. That is going to be Vape, Ottawa, Ox, and Scott with over 100. Now, the other ones following suit are still pretty good, 30s and 50s, almost 60 there, but their win rates, as you can see, 50 is the lowest, 56. Everything is above 60, so more often than not, they win. So that's usually pretty decent. Especially once you add up to 100+ games. So you still got like a 67%. That's solid. Maps, also solid. Village being 100%. Village is not played the most, but still having 100% is wonderful. And then everything is no less than 50 again. So again, more often than not, these guys are going to be rocking it out and having a good time. But we do have our other well-known team that they're going up against.
That is Hammers. Hammers on the other side of the docket, right? Maybe not as many games played compared to that of Merciless, but still, they have quite a bit of experience here. Pro League Season 2, they placed 5th. Embers of Victory Season 3, they placed 16th. And the Circuit Season 1 placed 2nd. So they have a good amount of experience coming into the pro scene. And looking at these players here, the roster, right? Amendment, Dragalia, Juiced, Zoned, Elevate, Hollow, Dusty. Not as many maps played, not even close actually, but still win rates still decently positive, right? You can see pretty good win rates across most of these players, and the ratings also decent, not as good. I think everyone on Merciless had above a 1 rating. So once again, statistically speaking, this should be Merciless going all in and winning, but it once again depends on the map. So let's take a look at the maps that Hammers are good and maybe not so good at. So looking at the map stats, you can see here, they don't really play SOAR or win SOAR that often, 0% there. Bureau and Village, pretty good for them. Raid and Castello, okay. Fort and Canals, a little less than ideal on their end for the win percentage. But either way, we'll see what maps they end up playing versus that of Merciless. Looks like a little bit of an uphill battle here for Hammers, but not necessarily something that they are necessarily against. So let's take a look at the map vetoes and picks and which maps will actually be ending up playing today. So Merciless versus Hammers, A-Master, let's take a look here. First map, God Castello. Okay, both matches were like, we're not going to play this new map right off the bat.
Nope. No, they don't want it whatsoever. Hammers is going to go ahead and remove Canals out of the mix. Yeah, they don't want that either. Ye Old Faithful and Brand Spanking New do not want it. Raid coming back into it. That's a good time. We just had that.
And Soar.
And Soar again. So reversed the order, but same thing.
Yeah, so we'll see Raid and Soar again. We'll see here if it ends up being a similar kind of score line to what we saw in the previous matchup. But either way, Raid and Soar, the first and second maps here for this best of 2 series. So let's take a look here. Merciless, they are a little bit better on Raid, right? 5 wins, 3 losses. Hammers, 2 wins, 2 losses. So that first map is Merciless's pick. Evidently, they're a little bit better there. The second map, Soar. Hammers have a 0% win rate on Soar. So it's interesting that they picked it, but they've also only played it once. And Merciless have only played it twice. So they go 1-1 on that one. So pretty even on Soar. A little more in favor of Merciless on Raid, but we'll see what ends up happening. And I think we should have the knife round ready shortly. But yeah, we're ready to dive into the matchup, and hopefully you are all ready as well. Let us know who you think is going to be winning in the chat. Do you think it's going to be Hammers, or do you think it's going to be Merciless for this map number 1? And we're excited to see it. Raid, we literally just saw it, and we'll see again. Is it going to be that exact same 13-8 score line? Is it going to be 13-10? Is it going to be 13-2? Who knows? Like, it might be lopsided. At this level of Pro League, probably not going to be very lopsided. I think teams are kind of, they unless they have a really, really bad day, generally they can even each other's scores out. But let's check out here on the knife round where they start, who's going to win.
Yeah, there's some possibilities in there, but the possibilities can help out one of these teams at least as we slide into the knife. This will give someone the best chance. And we've just got cornered in. Oh, they try to go for the top, but they don't. But it looks like... Oh, they actually were not able to make that happen. So that's going to be Hammers taking that knife.
Okay. Hey, Hammers. We'll see here if maybe this is a little bit of a prelude to start to see who will win, right? And see what ends up happening here. Hammers, I believe, are going to start on the breach side, it looks like, as we move on into this one. And ladies and gentlemen, Merciless on the coalition side, Hammers on the breach side. Let's get into this one. We are live into pistol round of map number 1 here for the best of 2 series. Hammers.
Yep.
Seeming like they're going to be kind of split across the map, but maybe it's just actually a B play. Maybe it is just truly a B hit.
Yeah, I feel like it's like maybe keep it from going from behind. But B definitely is a solid placement, but I don't think everybody's in place just yet. Although, look at Dusty bringing in some dualies. Love it.
Just out on the Old West, feeling like we're double fisting those revolvers. And check it out here, Merciless. It's been a slow pistol round. No real action just yet. I think they're now starting to slowly rotate on over towards A. Seeing here 4 players over towards long, and it's going to be Vape, the solo player on A. If he calls for rotate, it's going to be that of Ottawa, I believe, to try and come on over. But Vape does find 1. That's very important. He at least got 1, so it's not as super disadvantaged now. But the bomb will get planted. Juice gets that bomb down. So money in Hammer's bank account already. And Zone coming in from spawn, trying to distract. He does take down Loose. The defense now trying to come in for this retake. Now they're at a disadvantage.
Yep, because right now they still got those dualies, so that's technically the same as having 5. You get that extra weapon, but Juice is going to go ahead and have a good time. Here we go. There is an official dualie kill on Ottawa. and Amendment able to take down Scott. So that's just going to be a nice sweep for him. And here's the official stats there. So 50-50 versus 63. And so again, more often than not, Merciless taking that win. Definitely has more experience here. But of course, that doesn't mean anything. It's Hammers just took the first one.
Yeah, look at that spray over towards B. Hammers looking to have a very quick and aggressive start to this game. They're already sitting on the B site. Drop down, Vape using that deagle to do some damage. Zone took a little bit, but bomb will get planted safe and sound. And barring a miracle from Merciless, nothing really incredible should happen here. Just should be some kills, maybe some extra frags here from Merciless, but at the current moment it's just Dusty who's been taken down, and right now it looks like Merciless, how much they can do. Ottawa takes a lot of damage. Juice gone as well. He takes, or Amendment takes on Vape, so 2-0 as Hammers start strong here on the breach side.
Yeah, which again they were able to choose, so I guess they chose right. Now the weapons are coming in though, so let's see what is possible there, see if things can be done. This is now Merciless's chance. It looks like they're gonna have almost a full force running into each other.
We'll see here. Eluse, okay. 2 kills there from Eluse and Vape. Now on the buy round, so a 3 versus 3. This is very possible in the retake. The bomb will get planted on A, and it seems like this is quite of a different game already than we saw last time. It was a little more tactical from last game, right? Trying to maybe go towards mid more often, but already in these first 3 rounds, we've just seen Hammers just completely continue to attack the bomb sites. So, and A seems to be working out, pretty well for them. See if they can continue to make progress on these bomb sites. Getting those plants down. Amendment does get taken out here, and so does Dusty. Are they going to take down Juice? The bomb will be getting defused. Ottawa just jumps on over, and Merciless, they're back in this game. They make an A retake work somehow. That's pretty remarkable, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, that was solid. They're able to do it. But again, maybe some more tacticalness, to come into play, to lock it down. But then again, they only lost, I'd say kind of majority, but the fact that it wasn't too bad. Vape is I think he's going to chill with a pistol, maybe, or maybe there's some okay, there he goes. He's there. He's back. He's ready to go. All right, as I say, we almost had a bad time. So we do see one deagle, Callow. Just unfortunately, he just doesn't have enough money. He does have a deagle, so he's going to try and see what he can do being the entry guy. 5 HP.
Yeah, Callow. Okay, they get the bomb plant down. Hammers are really good at getting the bomb plant down, I gotta say. This is something they're prioritizing, allows them to continue buying guns. That extra money, very important. Callow somehow has evaded all these shots. He's on like 1 HP now. Almost gets a kill, but right now it looks like it is Merciless to come in for this retake. It should be all fair and clean for them, and it looks like that might be the case. Juice gets 2. Okay, Zone, can he get more? I think he's been spotted from behind. There we go. Ox takes him down, and that defuse comes in from Scott. So Hammers, they get the bomb plant down. Maybe not able to win the round, but still somewhat impressive on their end as far as round victories go.
Yeah, but definitely, and we've seen this so many times, if you can get the bomb plants, you can stay in the game. You really don't have to take any ecos if you can keep getting those bomb plants. Unless you just absolutely just get obliterated. As long as you get those bomb plants, it really can keep in the game a whole lot longer, and you only have to do eco 1, 2, maybe 3 times for the whole game. And so, looking good though, but being able to do that. So, looks like we're ready to go again. Pistols are coming in, although they probably could have bought, but definitely not everybody's there, like, Juice or Zone, but they're going to make sure that they have that cash for later. But again, as long as you get those bomb plants, it's so important.
We'll see here. Loose does find one on the Juice, and it should be Merciless taken over on the Coalition side, if they can get a couple, I think if they can get like 4 or 5, as we said, on the Coalition side, that will be a very good start for them. And Hammers will be a little bit worried. And lose Scott. Once again, these names so familiar in the Critical Ops Esports community if you are a fan of North American Critical Ops. Callow and Dusty now just left. And we'll see what they can do, but just pistols. Dusty not even on an upgraded pistol. Looks unlikely to be able to do anything here.
Yeah, I think Ottawa knows. Yeah, he does. He just takes the head all the way off, and Ox just out of the sky. Take it down, Callow. Well, unfortunately, that's how that went. But now, lots of money in the pockets. Now everything's been bought up again. And they're going to try themselves a little bit of a redo. Try it again and see what they can do to get another point on the board. Again, it's still close. It's not too bad. Although Merciless is in the lead by 1. But now it's time for Hammers to rock and roll it again. Here comes things. Maybe flying into the air. Oh, everybody got flash pretty solid on that one.
Okay, babe. Just spamming through the boxes, already doing some damage on the zone as well, and Hammers are gonna have a tough time getting into this bomb site. It seems like Merciless have cracked the code as to how to defend, and there we go. Loose does take down Callow, and as he moves forward, no, he just kind of stays there. He just maintains his position, though. Zone will take down a Loose. Ottawa and Vape now here for the protection of the bomb site, and now Juice was gonna come in for the flank, but now he's the only person left, and the bomb stuck over there towards the A side. He knows with over a minute left, he doesn't have much of an opportunity here.
No, definitely not. He's gonna see. I mean, doesn't have to save, but I think if he can find something, he'd be happy with it. But this is gonna be a real tough way to go. And no, Ox is ready and takes him down. So that's Merciless putting another space in between them. And I mean, they do have the cash. They could probably buy up a little bit, but it kind of all depends if they want to. Do they want to have that extra money to try it again? And it looks like that's going to be the plan. They got some upgrades, got some deagles coming, but nothing too crazy.
So you hear that nade? Okay. Oh, right. Amendment, Callow, Dusty. Everyone's taking damage here, and Merciless now. I feel like I say this too often, but they really do live up to their name. They do not give any mercy. These guys only have pistols, and they say, we don't care. We will beat you down. So, look at that. Headshot. Potentially another one right there. Ox just continues his spray. And now Amendment. Last player left. Wow. They leave no stone unturned. Everyone on Merciless chipping in. They have $46,000. Okay, now down to...
Wow.
Still, $43,000. That's a...
And we're only 8 rounds in. Shoo. And they can't buy anything else either, so like they're tapped out with 43,000.
This is they're having a good time, as some might say, but we'll see if Hammers can end up having a good time soon as well. It is Scott. Come on, pushing forward through the smoke. Takedown zone. I think he spots him out. Does eliminate him. Juice now ready for the trade, and he does take down Scott. He was a little aggressive. Ox now spots out Amendment. He doesn't get the kill, so Hammers now. All right, 2 kills for them. Finally, some sort of man advantage as they try and push on over towards this B site. Bomb will make its way on there, but it will get taken down. Juice out, picked up by Callow, I believe. He's on over towards site, and now the bomb sits on over towards Amendment, actually. Ottawa now, and Amendment gets 2 kills. Okay, it comes down to the 1vx, but still Hammers close one out, and still looking tough here for Hammers. They're losing on the breach side of this map.
Yeah, it's just not ideal. Although, they could still bring it back quite a little bit. So again, not the best, but I mean, they could. If they just start taking everything, all the rounds right now, they'll put themselves in a good position, but definitely not best case scenario to be where they are. Although Scott does take a lot of damage, so he's a dead man walking at this point. Zone also takes a little bit more than I think he would like, but Ottawa does go down. So rotation around. B's looking pretty nice. They gotta grab the bomb and get it in there.
See here, what can they do, Dusty? They're gonna just roll on into the bomb site, get that bomb plant down. What they hope for. And should be another round here for Hammers, unless Merciless can pull off some remarkable comeback. Remarkable retake here.
Bomb has been planted on B.
Ooh, here we go. 1 for 1.
What?
Loose got Vape.
Okay, I don't even. That should not have happened. That should not have happened. What? How? How? What? You blinked and you missed it. That was Hammer's just absolutely fumbling it. That was not. Okay. See a replay of that in just a sec. But Merciless somehow pull back that round. 6-3 now as they double the scoreline of Hammers. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All 5 SGs for Hammers. They are hitting themselves over the head for that round loss. And here, Kala, what can he do? He is just trying to play with fire, aka Ox. That smoke goes down, denies them vision onto the bomb site. If they jump out, they'll be jumping into unknown territory, essentially. But Scott taking out already, zoned now as well. He's taken out 2 and 8. Having a good time there, essentially. And 4 players here from Hammers, all grouped up over towards A, but they might look to rotate over towards, or they're grouped up over towards B, but they might look to go towards A instead. You can see here Amendment working on over there, Juice as well, and Dusty will have to contend with Ottawa if he wants to make a move. And Ottawa is kind of tucked back over towards the forklift area, so not the easiest position to sniff him out from. And we know how good Merciless have been at defending A site. Nade goes out. Oh, Vape. Oh, Vape. Did he know? He just knew. Perfect timing. Flash goes over. He said, I don't hear or see anything over towards B, so therefore they must be coming over towards long. He knows Juice is there. Gets the double. Can he get the triple now? Aloose, he's on the prowl. Aloose is on the loose, and he does get the triple. There we go. Merciless really just shunting Hammers down into the floor.
Yep, and you know, they do have that historical experience, and it's showing. You know, and don't be wrong, Hammers, they, you know, we can see it, they can learn from this experience, and they can figure things out. But Merciless is really just rocking and rolling. They're putting it all the way down, all the pressure they can. And just, you can see their movements, the way that they just hit these angles, they blast through, say, these boxes. There's 3 different people blasting the same box. And one of them is going to get some bullets through, and it's going to ding someone. Because, I mean, look at Juice. He's still alive, but, I mean, there's nothing on him. There's just no health at all. There he goes. Ooh, wait, here comes Dusty.
All right, Dusty. We'll see here. Can they do anything else? A 3 versus 2? Surely Hammers don't fumble the bag here, but they're all over towards B. They could rotate around over towards A. Instead, they're still trying to poke and prod at the bear. They're still trying to see what they can do here. Dusty versus Ottawa. Oh, Dusty, if he's looking the right way, he could get the kill. Oh, Dusty now is aware and he does get the kill on the Ottawa. So 3 versus 1, this should be in their favor. Vape now made aware of Amendment's position. And are 3 of them really gonna do this? Or what are they doing? What are they doing? I'm so confused as to why they have done that. They knew he was there, and yet they still just run into him. I'm at a loss for words. And Vape, oh my.
What?
I'm over this. Come on, Hammers. What are you doing? What are we doing here? What's going on? You saw one player, and then they said, let's fight him. They said, instead of just like, you know, peeking together, we're just gonna peek him one at a time. That was painful to watch. But now last round, maybe Hammers can redeem themselves. It's 3-8 now. Scoreline maybe 4-8. If Merciless get 9 rounds on Coalition side, I'm calling that they win straight up. There's no hope for Hammers if this is the performance on Coalition side from Merciless.
Yeah, this is just real strong, merciless action. I mean, this is just rolling through it. And the fact that, I mean, it seems to be unanswered. There's a few answers. There is. But, not a whole lot.
Well. Oh, well. We shall see if Hammers can redeem themselves now. Not exactly sure. Is this a deja vu of what's happening again? Is this really deja vu?
Are we gonna do it again? Oh, there's a flash. And it does something. But nobody peeks. And so you're gonna try this again? Hey, Callow gets it with a pistol even.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe there's a chance here for Hammers, but once again, I mean, a 1 versus 3, you can't even count them out here. Zone. Okay, there we go. They're just
go,
not.
Just go, Callow. Yep, he's doing it right.
Okay, there we go. The timing of the peaks is just off from Hammers right now. They have the intentions. They have the opening picks, and
oh no,
he had no chance. There was nothing. He couldn't react there. Once again, this is Hammers. Just even with the advantage, they just throw it away. 4 versus 2, and they can't convert. They didn't even kill anyone.
Ouch.
Yeah, this is Hammers are probably not happy with their performance right now. 9-3 now, as we move on into the second half, and Merciless really just 4 rounds away from them taking map number 1 at least.
Yeah, they are doing pretty good at this point. So to wait and see if they can just rock it in here. They can take this site, which is virtually uncontested. We do have a Minmit in the back, kind of looking around, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna have really a whole lot of contesting. Like there's one. Hey, I see one, and I don't even know if he missed those, but he knows at least one. And they're going to have somebody holding up from the rear here, and that's going to be Vape going down, actually. So, I mean, they got the bomb planted, so that's going to be some extra cash, which is going to be awesome. Okay. Ox is still alive. What is wrong with this pitcher? He somehow still lives.
Okay. All right. Hammers, there's some hope there. There's some hope. They retook A quite successfully. Maybe they got that after the other. Yeah. Cleanly, successfully, and quickly. After what seemed like a pretty unsatisfactory last few rounds of the first half. So maybe this is a turnaround point for here for Hammers. All right, but every team has the full roster has money to buy on every single player. So AKs and M4s for both sides now. As we move on into round number 2, it's going to be Merciless just to rush on through. And we shall see, can they just make it through? Yeah, it seems like this is the case. They're going to go for the bomb plant now. Once again, A, taking Hammers tactics and just putting it on themselves. 5v5. I love these 5v5 post plant situations. It doesn't happen too often. It's happened a couple times this game already, which is surprising. And Scotch is going to get absolutely destroyed over towards long. Now we have more players there. Ottawa and Vape coming through very strong, but now 2 versus 2 and the bomb on the site. Neither Merciless players are on the site. They're going to have to come in for this retake, and they're just going to give it up. They just gave it up. Wow. Okay. All right. They knew they couldn't win that one. They were not in any position, so Merciless having a little bit of a tougher time on the breach side. Maybe Hammers have a little bit going for them here on Coalition.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, everybody has their preference, you know, whether they want to defend the bomb or take the bomb. You know, it just kind of all depends. But at the end of the day, they have their preference, and it seems like Hammers is more on the cruise control, you know, let's get in our position, hold the site type of thing, instead of actually trying to, you know, big brain theory of where is everybody, where are their placements, you know, where are they already sitting. They're the ones being in that spot now. But guess what? Bomb is already planted still, and now it's again another retake. Merciless is just getting in there just like they were. Ox here. Oh no.
Vape. Ox. Okay. All right. Dusty. Woo! He said, clean in here. No shot. I'm coming in, destroying your cleanliness. Dusty rolls through and absolutely destroys the Merciless post plant. Given it wasn't the best for them. Okay, Alus. Okay, Alus. I see you. 2 MR96 kills after the plant, after the defuse. All right, there's some action happening. And now look at Dusty. 4 maps won out of the 5 he's played. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, Dusty is not musty. He is ready to go, and you know, I feel like Dusty, he's had his moments, you know, and he's definitely the newest, you know, guy here, if not one of the newest, and he's making a name for himself. There's a reason he's here, and there he goes again, taking another one. Although he goes down, so unfortunately Dusty is been swept away. But now Juice Ox trade for themselves. It's a 1v3. It's all up to Amendment. This is not looking good. Although Amendment is good. But can he do... No. No, he cannot.
Nope. All right, well, Merciless pick up 1 round. It's been a bit, but looks like they're on the board now. And we'll see if this is the performance that continues for the rest of the match.
Yeah, remember what I was talking about earlier about that stamina, that duration. You know, it's going all the way is quite a long time, and so Merciless does have that experience to help out with that. And now we're going to be running into halfsies for Hammers, and oh no, Lou's coming in with a knife and a kill. Scott and Vape to get the last 2. That was a quick, even though that was halfsies. That was almost like it was a full pistol round. That was so fast. And the Merciless now only needs 2 more. And, yeah, it's not looking too good.
They finally found their stride. So, it's looking good here for Merciless. That spam trying to go through. No one over towards mid, so it's not going to connect with anyone. But Amendment now, oh, he might be met with quite a few players. Now the flash has come out. He himself is blind, trying to find his vision back now. That smoke goes out. He knows that there's at least 1 player. Alus. Come on. He's just spamming exactly where Amendment is. Amendment's trying to dodge those bullets. Repositioned back in his same spot now, and Juice does get taken down by Alus somehow. In some way. Amendment trade frags his teammate back, so it's a 4 versus 4, but Hammers at a disadvantage here in this round with only... Oh, okay, now they have the guns. Now they have the guns, but over a minute left, or right around a minute left, Merciless are going to look to go over towards B, and it seems like Hammers have read them through and through as well. Vape, he could go in for the fake. He could show anyone, oh, is it going to be this? Yes. Dusty does get taken down, so I think they're going to start rotating at least 1 back. So it should be a 3 versus 2. And oh, Amendment just runs right past them. It's now just down to Kala, who has had a tough game. And in fact, it's left to no one. No one's on the B site. They just waltz right in. Hammers doubted themselves. And, well, it's going to be Scott to go for this bomb plant. That smoke goes down. Denies them vision. They know exactly that Kala's coming over towards Tons, but ramp is no longer favorable here for Hammers, and Ox will turn around, not get the kill, but Ottawa does on the Amendment. So 3 versus 2 should be Merciless to clean it up. Vape coming in from behind. Zoned actually gets a kill, but Ottawa saves them now. So Merciless 12-6. Seems like it's all but over here as Merciless creep up on match point.
Yeah, and the fact that Juice has just under 2,000. I mean, this is Zone didn't have a whole lot himself. Same for Callow. I mean, this is not where you want to be when your opponent is on match point. They got 22 grand in the pocket, and you have 600. That's not a whole lot to work with, but they are able to at least get 1 kill. Ottawa does go down, and that's going to help them out tremendously. Although B seems to be where they want to go. But no one's made the move just yet, and they've kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with Zone coming from the side. Not out of this just yet.
Seems like so. 3 versus 4. Okay, Merciless. Will they be able to come back here? Or if they just run towards A, honestly, they could have a fine day, but Juice
what?
picks up another gun. uses that deagle action, and now they can cover both sides. 2 versus 2 on both of the sites they go to. They have full coverage here, and well, we have tons. Juice now just trying to peek out, trying to check. The timing could be not in their favor, but right now Juice, I think he spotted one out. Now he knows that flashbang gonna come out there, delay them a little bit of time. Nade goes out, smoke goes out, and now here we go. There we go. Amendment just runs through, takes down Vape and Scott, and Hammer stay alive for one more round.
They're not letting it go very easily, and they're gonna have to dip into the back pockets of that savings account because Loose is he's got 1,200, but able to help out. Ottawa had 10K, so that helps out. But man, that savings account got depleted real fast, down to just under 7,000. So as we see things shifting a bit, things are being thrown. All the equipment under the sun is being had. Nobody can see anything, but they're gonna try and reposition a little bit. Probably not the best case scenario. They've left everything completely open on the A side. They are surrounding it, but no one is in it. But they're going to try it again. Looks like there may be some retreating going on, maybe swapping out things to different sites. But we'll see. They still got a minute left, and so decisions can be made.
And they can be switched too. That's the key here. Potential for them to rotate, but Merciless, it looks like they're committing over towards the A bomb site, and Amendment now finds one frag. He doesn't get the trade follow-up, but Juice, he gets 2 more, and now it's him versus a Loose. He gets 3 massive kills now, and just down to Scott, the 1 versus 4. Is this possible? It looks unlikely. Kalos stops him dead in his tracks, and now Hammers stay alive another round here as Merciless. They might have to save or go for the half buy at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, this gap is closing quite quickly. And it looks like it's going to be the eco, because I mean, we don't have a whole lot of money. We don't. Now Vape does equalize the money, though. Does buy at least one, maybe some things can happen. But they're at least, keeping that savings account full, hoping it grows the interest rate that they want for the next round. But, again, still possibilities. Oh, maybe Hasso, but they're going to protect that gun at all cost. And there's Vape to help clean up. So we're not expecting at least one weapon, which now they know exists. But it's a 2 versus 3, and Ottawa's not the best case, but not bad. He's sneaking.
Okay,
No, maybe not anymore.
Yeah, he's gone. So yeah, Hammers maybe round number 9 in their favor too. So once again, we were saying close games often happen here at Pro League. We don't often see a blowout. So let's see if a Vape can turn up the heat. Will he be able to clutch? There's no one on B just yet, but he will run into zoned, I believe. Unless zoned falls back. Okay, no. Yeah, this is interesting play here. Vape checks, sees no one, spots no one, still sees no one. He's, at this point, might be a little confused as to why there's no one here. He's like, really? Absolutely no people here on this bomb site. So he just goes for the bomb plant. All right, bomb down, and now zoned has to come in from long. Will he be able to spot him out? Oh, I think he might have heard him. Is he aware? Sits in the corner now. They do this effort together. They could just spam him out, try and go for the spam. Yep, they spam him and he's dead. Didn't need to see him at all, but they knew he was there and they go for that defuse. So zoned. We'll get the defuse. Hammers, another one. 9-12. Merciless. A little bit of a closer game than they might have anticipated.
Yeah, this could have been done like 4 rounds ago, but it's not. Which means Hammers was able to bring it up, but again, it's always never fun to be 12 to anything. The pressure of making any mistakes is not exactly what you'd call fun, but they're doing pretty good. They're doing solid. They got double the cash in the bank, so that's not too bad. And so, as we roll through another round, 22 There's not many rounds left to go, period. But again, any round could be Merciless's round, and they could end it at any time if luck is on their side. We got a 1-for-1 trade. It's 4 versus 4. Rusty Dusty is on the prowl, trying to see if he can get one. He does, but there's a trade. 3-3.
See here what ends up happening. Merciless definitely have an opportunity to close out here. So we shall see if they can actually do this. Flashes go out. Loose will go for the bomb plant, and Callow does get taken out. So a 2 versus 3 now. Merciless look to turn up the heat. Can they close this one out right here, right now? Juice already taking a bit of damage, and now he's just the last one. Zone not even there. A 1 versus 3. They know exactly where he is, and he's out of the game. He's out of the round. Merciless take map number 1 of this best of 2 as we move on into our next match, which is in SOAR. We just saw that one as well. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Raid going in favor of Merciless. They did pick that map, so 13-9. Pretty close map up, but Merciless, at the end of the day, they win. So congrats to them, and commiserations to that of Hammers.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was so fast for Merciless. It's like they ran out of steam a little bit, and then were able to save it back up again. But Hammers doing a great job at coming back again. But again, when you sit at 12 to anything, it's just the pressure is just there. So congratulations to Merciless being able to hold it out and just long enough to be able to secure. Wasn't the best case scenario for Hammers, but they did bring it back quite well, honestly. But they just weren't able to bring it as far as they would like it to be. But that does help against the round balance. They weren't just going to let them run away with just a absolute massive amount of round balance. So we're going to see another map coming up very soon. We will be seeing, like I said, SOAR. So it's back again. Same thing, just different order as we saw in the first set of matches already. And we'll find out. Is SOAR going to be even worse than Raid? Because honestly, with the way Merciless is playing, if they redo that and they, say get the Coalition, that may not be great, but we'll find out after the short break. We'll see what happens after that. And until then, hang out with us, get a refill on your drinks and snacks, and we'll see you guys here in just a bit.
A bit.
And now Invictus can take reception control. That's pretty good if you want to go A or B. Just having that info, especially, just staying there, hearing footsteps, making range rotations work, making them work a little bit harder for those rotations. Now, Faultless, what is this? Faultless pushes in, gets one, gets Jimmy, he's just not aware. What is that from Faultless? Huge play. Now, Hakeem still competitive, still in the game, and gets another one. Faultless finally goes down, so suddenly the tides have shifted once again. 1v2 clutch for Nexero coming in. Out clutches the Knights.
Wait for them to go, trying to get a little flash. Mixes to come around the corner, trying to get to close proximity, and then be able to help out when he can. Shotty's coming out just to bait him. 1, 2, and can he get the third? Yes, for Z-Knight for a triple.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, some of these players really have their favorite maps where they can just accelerate and perform extremely well. Maybe it's also the team aspect, maybe Rigors has some great insights on how to play Port, but seems like Invictus, again, they're just pulling back. Look at this Z-Knight, triple and a quad. Yeah, this is the Z-Knight that we know, and really, right? Like, you're doing good. Seems like whatever you do is working, so why not start doing crazier stuff? And, I mean, it still works out for them. So Rain on 12. Seems like the longer we go into this best of 5, like the more one-sided these games are. Again, like Rain got only 7 on Canals, which was their map pick, and now it seems like Invictus might just end it on 6. Pushing in, but Marlon just confidently getting 1, 2. What is this? Mally goes down as well. No answer from Invictus. Only 2 players left alive. Jimmy, not for long. So 1v4 now. Z-Knight able to get 1 and a double. Okay, Z-Knight, can you do the 1v4? this would be exactly what they need. Wives gets spotted, gets some damage as well. That's huge coming in, but he's not checking his back. And look at that, the backstab's coming in. The question is, will he get flashed? Will he get peeked? Will he get smoked off or naded? He's retreating back. He gets some damage and gets away. He's so flashed, but he's able to make his way, barely escape there. Now Rain are making their way towards mid. Mixage gets one, Xero 3 frags, and Mali gets another 2v4 now. Mali gets another one, 1v4 situation. Wives on that single shot, he swaps it out for the gets one. Oh, almost a double. He keeps pushing on, he keeps pushing and gets Adam Q as well. Not like that, Invictus, not like that. Not a 1v4 to shut you out of the final. Wives spots one. He does not know where the other player is. He does not have the bomb. They peek him and Hakim takes us to game number 5.
Wow, that is all.
Take it all around the world. They're gonna go and rush A. Now they know there's nobody there, so I think at least they'll be able to get the bomb plant. Oh, what is this? Hold on, they're not going A, they are going B. They are pulling just the absolute most insane strat ever. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I mean, Paulus, he's just left alone here. Look at his 5
Oh no.
Sorry, this is what is this? Yeah, again, chunks. Chunks is the keyword here. Both teams getting like 3 or 4 rounds, and then suddenly the other team becomes alive. And Rain are going for a fast A execute. Xenite, he's stuck. What is happening? He's just like...
What is happening?
He's swarming out. He does find one, but gets taken down by Noxera. 2v2 situation. Now, somehow that kind of works out in his favor. Oh, and that's a big frag coming in from Adam. 1v1 side bomb take. Xenite smoked off, and so the bomb gets planted. 5v5 retake coming in, and actually 4 players coming from here. Faultless, he definitely hears that this is his big moment. This is where he can get those frags. Oh, but that is just unlucky from him. Mixage takes down Faultless, and Symboli, what are you doing? Long range does get some damage in, so that's good. Myline, meanwhile, gets 1, 2, 3 for Rain. Adam Q, the only one able to do much in this situation. 2v3 now. Adam Q and Mixage, so much to do with the clock running low. It's just going to be hard. Oh, Mixage smokes him off. This is smart. Mixage takes him down as well. The defuse is coming in. Adam, such a good play from Mixage. Smokes him up. Symboli, sure, he gets the frag, but does not get the round. That was just feared from, you know, no matter what position you find yourself in, winning them. Mixage, look at this positioning. It's so interesting. Like, he's cutting off basically all backstabs, and I think it will work out in his favor. Like, Symboli is not spotted yet, but there you go. Yep, that's an easy one for Mixage. I mean, some could call him a camper, but honestly, that's just smart. Whatever you do, whatever strategy, the dirtiest, the nastiest strategy you do, if that helps you...
That flashbang goes off, he's tagged, finds the wall bang, trying to go for the 2K, he's able to pick it up, he's got one more play that he can do, right up front of sight, and he's not all he's going.
Any other guys that can go to the now? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna have time? Is he gonna do it? Oh my God! What is the name of this?
Don't you think it's time to up your game? Get to the next level with G Fuel Energy. Item selection, zero sugar, antioxidants, vitamins, character creation. Wow, looking good. Gamer words, DLC, XP, side quest. Look out, sweats. Build mode, flag, noob, squad up. G Fuel Energy. We made this commercial for you gamers.
Welcome back, everybody, to our final map of the Critical Ops Pro League Season 3 for the Americas. This is our first week, but our last game of the first day. For the first week, we are here. I'm Cool Mark, joined by A Master, and well, that last game, pretty exciting. We had some really good matchups between here, Merciless and Hammers, and we move on to our final map of the day. That is Soar. We just saw Raid. That was a repeat of the first best of two we saw earlier today as well. But before we dive into that, let's talk a little bit about one of the key sponsors of Critical Ops Pro League here, G Fuel.
Of course, it's the just delicious, flavorful fuel that you need. You know, a lot of these players have to keep up, and you know, it's really hard to do. Sometimes, you know, there's extra stimuli, which, you know, you can have your own, which is G Fuel itself. You know, get some caffeine, get some extra vitamins, no sugar, you know, and you don't get those crashes. So 30% off. Esports Mobile is the code you want to use. That goes for everything. Starter kit if you don't know the flavor you want, or if you want to get one of these flavors on screen, like the tropical air, looks delicious. You know, the raging gummy fish, one of my favorites. The blue shark as well. But you know, again, if you want to try them out, grab you a tub, or if you don't know yet, the shakers are always great with the sample packs or plushies or t-shirts. The code's good for everything. So gfuel.com is where you want to go. And so you can be fueled and ready to go for any of the matches you're going to be playing in the future.
Absolutely. If you want to get energized or maybe even reminiscent, why don't you also check out the Operation Kino? We just saw the trailer for that, but reminiscent of a lot of, you know, critical media and acclaimed media that you might have seen or watched or experienced growing up. But either way, check out Operation Kino inside Critical Ops. And finally, before we dive into anything further, the Neon Ice Lucky Spin. If you want to check out the Lucky Spin here in a game, go do yourself a favor. Look at those nice little skins there. Honestly, it feels like looking at some of the players in game today that they've already, you know, equipped some of these skins. It's, you know, I mean, we don't see the P90 very often. We haven't seen the HK very often. The P250, you know, sometimes here and there, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of bright skins inside the game currently, and Neon Ice adds to that even further with all those cool gloves and, you know, wrench combinations and gun skins as well. But that being said, let's dive right back into the actual game. I believe we have the teams should be ready in the coming future, but let's do a little map recap, A Master, of the previous map that we just saw, Merciless versus Hammers on the map of Raid.
Absolutely, and you know, it was a good time. It was a little different. You know, we got to see some good, you know, back-to-back action. We got to see a huge lead be gotten by Merciless, and then Hammers almost coming back from that. But again, these rounds were so pivotal, especially these earlier ones, back and forth. We got to see kind of the beginnings of all these players, how they were starting, how they were doing. And, you know, again, some are new, say, aka Dusty, which it did take him a little bit longer to, I would say, activate, you know, especially being one of his first appearances. You know, this is definitely a little bit more strenuous, but he did pick it up, and he got plenty of multi-kills, and it really helped out with some of these rounds even to there. You know, Dusty did get kills, even though he is new, so we welcome him to the fun, but ultimately, it just wasn't able to secure it at the end of it, but definitely a good showcase.
Yeah, Hammers, you know, they did pretty good in the first few rounds, like the first two in a row, but then Merciless just had such a good time on the Coalition side. And then switching over to the Breach side, I think we both were talking about this during the break, but we thought that Merciless would have closed out a little bit quicker, but Hammers gave them a little bit tougher of a fight. So it seems that Hammers, they're not out of this one just yet, and even picking up on Soar, right? Merciless, 1 win, 1 loss. Hammers, 0 wins and 1 loss. So pretty even, I would say, right? Hammers pick Soar. Obviously, they haven't won it, but they have enough confidence to pick it and hopefully, you know, do some cool, maybe pull out some cool action plans, or, you know, maybe different tactics that they might not have exposed themselves to on stream before. So we'll see if they do anything there. But yeah, Hammers showing some resiliency. 13-9 being the end score. I think people might have touted Hammers a little bit out just because of how many fewer maps they've played compared to that of Merciless, and evidently Merciless still beating them out, and lots of good clutches for Merciless. I mean, Hammers definitely let some rounds go away that should not have gone their way, but that's okay. You know, as I think if Hammers, like, you know, if they can essentially clean up those mistakes moving into map number 2, there might be a little bit of opportunity for them and hope for them moving forward into this final map here.
Yeah, and this is kind of, again, it was getting a little bit closer here. You know, it's Merciless starting to pull ahead little bit by little bit, and this is where Scott really kind of came about, got himself a double and a loose, and Vape able to secure that. And so again, this is kind of the end of the beginning, to where Merciless just sliding ahead one by one, and Hammers are just having an absolute hard time. Again, somewhere in the middle, you know, Merciless did somehow lose some steam. Now, we did see, as we rolled up higher and higher, this gap was just getting huge. Because what you don't want to be is 5-6 rounds down. But what are you going to do when Vape and Ottawa are just double teaming it? It's definitely hard. But as we flip over, Hammers had a chance to go into kind of cruise control mode and get into their defensive positions. And then we started seeing a change, and we see almost a flawless round. The only one going down was Dusty. But, you know, they were able to recover quite quickly on that, and things just started working a little bit better. And again, Dusty himself showcasing it, how well he can do. And even though the bomb was being defused, they had to give that up, and Dusty was there to save the day. You know, I definitely want to highlight, you know, some of the newcomers. You know, we know all these names, but, you know, definitely showcasing that the new guys coming in. This is where Dusty, again, showing his skill, gets a triple kill back to back to back. Just fantastic showcase of some of the new names coming about. But, you know, it started getting slower, and slowly and slowly and slowly, Hammers brought it back. But there was a switch. It'll happen here in just a second, which is right here.
Yeah, right here, Hammers put up a little bit more of a fight here, but oh yeah, that Merciless knife kill from Elise was a little less than ideal, right, from Merciless's end. And yeah, after round 11, we thought, oh, maybe, you know, round 12 comes in quickly, and, you know, I think at this point we're like, okay, it's gonna, you know, it's 12-6, it's gonna happen, they're gonna just win really easily right now. But this it didn't have, ended up being like that. Ended up being 12-9 and then 13-9. So a little bit more of an opportunity here for Hammers to actually get a few rounds back, and that round differential a little bit back more in their favor. But Merciless ended up taking it, and I think Alus, right, he finished 21-15. Ox finished 19-16. Vape finished 17-11. Dusty went 18-18. So the stats for Merciless are pretty good. Dusty obviously going 18-18 was solid, but Zoned and Callow both got 9 kills respectively. That's you know, I think they would ideally want to have a higher KD than that, or, you know, contribute a little bit more in that sense. But yeah, we'll see here in the future if Zoned and Callow can continue to you know, make more impact inside the game. But either way, I think the teams hopefully should be ready sooner or later. We're waiting on a couple players to join here and now, but once they're ready, we'll get on into the knife round shortly.
Yep, and then again, we get to decide and figure out who's going to be starting on what side, because being that the next map is Soar, you know, it's not that it wasn't important on Raid, but it's definitely more important here on Soar. You know, if you can pick the Coalition, that is definitely kind of where you want to be. You know, to start off in a little bit easier side, you know, considering you spawn in one of the bomb sites. But then again, it is possible to still lose that. But I think if Merciless is able to take Coalition at the beginning, I think it's going to be really difficult. Not impossible, but real difficult to take it for Hammers. I really do.
Yeah, getting on into the bomb sites is not easy. Once you get on into them, I think then it's you know, and get the bomb down. The post plants are a little bit more doable, but just even getting into the bomb sites can be very tough sometimes. So we'll see here if anything comes to change. But I think the players might be ready in the coming few minutes. We're getting word they are not ready. So we will hold on for a little bit in just a sec, and once these players are ready, we'll get into the knife round. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this this series so far.
Yeah, it's been fun so far. Although, sadly, we haven't seen any other maps besides Raid and Soar, but giving you a little refresher on those, since those aren't used very often. So for all those people who love the map, welcome. Enjoy your time. If we will have more maps in the coming weeks, so don't worry about that. It's not just going to be the Raid and Soar show, but it kind of is today. Because again, we still have plenty more maps to slide through, which is Canal, Bureaus, Port, Village, and Costello, being the maps we haven't seen yet. And hopefully we see some, again, my personals, being Port and Village. And I'd love to see Costello. I really would. It's been like just a handful, like once or twice for me with Costello, just in any version of anything. So I'd like to see a little bit more Costello coming back in. And again, I feel like we'll see some ye old faithfuls like Canals and Bureau coming about a little bit more as we move forward into the more rounds later on, or even to the playoffs where, you know, the people want to feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Costello more. Maybe Village a little bit more as well. But I think we should be good. So, right. We should be good to start the knife round shortly. And ladies and gentlemen, knife round here on Soar. And we are live here for the knife round. I believe we'll see here Ox from Merciless. They're on the breach side for the knife round. Or, no, actually. They're on the coalition side. And we'll see here what Hammers can do on the breach side, trying to attack them. Snip, snip. It goes left and right, and it's going in the way of the Hammers Esports team. So the Hammers Esports team, they will take that knife round. Maybe they'll be able to come off with the victory to start, but I believe they're going to start on the breach side and Merciless start on the coalition side.
Yep, more than likely. That's what sounds like fun, what it'll be. And let's see what happens. Last map of the day. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be Merciless for a 2-0, or is it going to be Hammers disrupting that and having a 1-1? As we saw earlier, you know, or will Merciless get a nice lead and have that nice 3 points?
All right, let's check it out. Eluse already getting a little kill on the juice. Finds one frag, so Merciless off to a good start here. Hammers haven't answered back yet. They're just kind of hanging back. They are just sitting all the way back, as you can see, in spawn. Finally making their way on over towards kind of the A-long area. And it seems to be Merciless. They are not afraid at all to face off against Hammers. They are just peeking and making all these shots go in their favor. Amendment finds one, but he's the last player left, and they know exactly where he is. They're going to swarm him right about now. Vape actually thinks better and decides to just hang out a little bit. And Amendment actually finds him now. 89 HP still. He could do some damage here. Could find an opportunity to make it even further in this round with that bomb on his back.
Well, let's see if Amendment can make this happen. And again, 1v2, not the worst case scenario. He's going to try it. Oh, can he do it? No.
20 seconds. He's got 20 seconds and okay.
Oh no.
That was an attempt. I'll say that. But Merciless, they take the pistol round here, and well, Hammers, they started off strong last time, but Merciless now, it seems like they'll have a good opportunity now to continue their streak of dominance.
Yeah, so they get the first one. Not going to be too bad. They've got the weaponry for it, so this might be a bad time. As far as things
lined up.
Yeah, this is just gonna be obliterated, isn't it?
Okay.
No, wait, the Amendment actually able to get one. Oh, Dusty. Okay.
All right. They get those weapons for themselves. That was interesting because Merciless, I think they both started spamming at the same time, which meant that one was reloading while they were both actually reloading. And Vape goes down as well. What is happening right now? Merciless are looking very careless right now. Eluse decides to fall back, and well, if they do pick up that gun, they could get 3 guns here. Another one for Zoned as well. I think they're trying to find it for him, but they're all about 50 HP, it seems. And so with about a minute left, Hammers, they could opt to go over towards anywhere really. As long as they storm over towards the spawn area, they could go B, they could go A. But A is wide open for the taking. They could just immediately rush through. And now they all have weapons too. Seems interesting that they are still debating this. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. Now they finally make their way over towards the A bomb site. And Scott now, I think they will be aware. There we go. The double from Scott. As Dusty now comes alone and will get shut out there by Merciless. It was a valiant effort from the Hammer side, but Merciless had the armor and the positioning in their favor.
Yep, so they're sitting real nice right now. Real nice. And I mean, it could change as it is early on. But this is the chance as of now for that to happen, because now that the rifles are in and things are in kind of the better spot for Hammers, now this will be their first real chance to make this happen. But let's see what Merciless can allow them. You know, this is the scenario that I was telling you that is probably not the best case scenario. So I mean, I know Hammers won the knife, and I was like, I don't understand why they wouldn't pick the Coalition. But then again, you know, maybe it just wasn't the forte. Maybe it's not what they want to do. Maybe they think that they have a better chance of busting through, but that is their call, and they're seeing what they can do with that.
Yeah, slow round so far. A minute left on the clock. A steep departure from what we saw earlier on in Raid. This sword seemed to be more tactical from both teams. Has zoned now. Let's see what he can do. They're gonna, I believe it looks like either a pincer or a fake, because half the team is all the way here over towards a long area. Half the team is over towards pool. And with 30 seconds left, will they be able to get it? No, Ottawa shuts them all down, and Hammers stop dead in their tracks. A 4-for-1 trade, now a 5-for-1 trade. Merciless absolutely destroy Hammers on their attempt for a pincer move. And the pincer gets, well, no pinching.
Yep, so unfortunately, that was a great attempt. They're gonna have to try something else, because now they're going to roll into some more pistols. Again, possibilities are still there, but Merciless has looked so strong that these pistol rounds are so gut-wrenching, and they have to be so on point with it and attack all at the same time, because one person with a rifle versus even 2 to 3 with pistols is real difficult as it is. And so Dusty doing it again. He seems to be the man that gets his bullet through the mist most of the time. But now they're staying in a lot safer positions, not letting too many attack at once. And they're just down to slivers of health. I mean, Amendment is still alive, but this grenade may finish him.
Ottawa does. He comes from behind, so he says, get out of here. Merciless still flawless. 4-0 now. As Hammers, they're finally getting money from all this loss bonus, but still, Merciless, they are looking like the Merciless we know.
Yeah, not letting go off. They're not letting off the trigger whatsoever. They are just going wholehearted the whole time. Now, definitely taking a nice swig of that G Fuel may help with that. Keep them on their toes, get them energized, ready to go. But 4-0 is not too shabby. I mean, again, as long as Hammers need a couple of rounds, it'll look good. As long as they can, again, replicate the same experience when the side flips. But that's easier said than done. And Hammers, you know, they're going to be feeling good being 4-0 right now. And with Dusty out, they got a man advantage. All right.
Yeah, Merciless, they are just waiting for Hammers to walk into their crosshairs. Hammers have made very little progress on this map so far. You can see, oh, they finally take down Vape, actually, so 4 versus 4. And, well, can they make it onto the B side? They might just opt to flash and get some more presence over towards B. Ox now with his teammates. Ottawa finds 1 kill. Does he find 2? Yes, he does. Does he get a 3rd? No, but Juice has now been spotted, and he does get taken out by Ox, and so is zoned out of the game. So 5-0 Merciless. They are running away with it right now.
Yeah, it's really hard to answer when every time you make a call, they just hang up on you, and it just goes down real quick. You know, they're gonna try it again. 6 times the charm. They got everything bought up. They got everything they could possibly want. So they're gonna see if they can put that to good use.
Yeah, we'll see here. It seems like a heavy play up over towards that ramp position. Scott now finds 1 as well as Ottawa. Juice finally answers back, but 2 of his teammates have died as a result. And once again, they're getting absolutely obliterated over towards the ramp area. Dusty now, the last man alive, not even with the bomb. Does take down Vape, but they now know exactly where he is, and he will not be ready for 2 players there. 6-0. Merciless really just showing off their prowess here.
Yeah, and it's going kind of fun, at least for Merciless. You know, there's got to be a turning point. You know, like you feeling too good, or you get relaxed because you're doing so well. But again, it's all in due time. We'll see how this rolls and see what can be done. But yeah, it's not looking too good for Hammers. They've got to find a hole somewhere, and maybe that's with Zone. He does have the U ratio, so maybe that's where this may come into effect. But we'll have to wait and see what's being done and what's being used with it. Ox is in a good position. He is just ready to barrel stuff, and he gets 1, but not 2. So let's see where they roll. It's a 3-2 right now. Juice, Callow, last 2 left. Loose trying to get it, does a massive flick onto Juice. Wow. Ooh, and Callow goes down 2. So we are 7 rounds unanswered from Hammers. Yeah, you want to talk about round balance. If you do a 13-0, you know, not putting that into existence or anything, but I'm just saying that would be some really good round balance, especially this early on.
Yeah, well, also remember Merciless, they've won season 1 and they got 2nd in season 2. So these people have lots of experience. All right, folks from Merciless know what they're doing. So we shall see if it continues that streak up. And yeah, the round balance for them right now, I'm sure they're pretty happy with the 7-0 start. Who knows, maybe if it becomes a 13-0, I will be a little bit sad for Hammers, I must say it.
Yeah, I definitely will be too. You know, it's just one of those kind of have to wait and see kind of things. You know, if they can bring this back. They brought it back pretty nicely, as we saw kind of before. But again, that kind of all depends up to them if they're able to make this happen. And we've already got 3 down, 2 left. Amendment still alive, but in a 1v3, it's not looking good. And now that is 8-0.
Yeah, this is Merciless giving them a lesson, teaching them a lesson essentially. What's happening right now?
Yeah, it's It's not looking too good for that. It's definitely not. So we'll have to wait and see where they can.
That nade.
If they can bring back
That nade. Oof, did good damage. Amendment zone juice. Oh, okay, Elusive vape. Don't even see him, and they're already done. For Callow does find one vape with a triple so far already. An amendment. Now the last person left alive. Sees an opportunity, but also field of obstacles ahead, and Ottawa will stop him dead in his tracks. Will not get very far here. Merciless 9-0. Will we see a 13-0? Will it happen?
I mean, it's looking pretty possible being 9-0. I mean, this is, you know, I guess you could say best case scenario for Merciless. Definitely not the best case scenario when it comes to Hammers. They definitely don't need to be, you know, wanting to be ending it here like this, but well, they're giving it the best shot. And you know, Merciless, with the experience they have, between 4 players having, depending on how those numbers rounded out, anywhere between 500 and 600 maps in a professional setting, adding them all up together, that is just the level of experience that I don't even know if you can get close to that with the entirety of the team for Hammers. It's and being able to do this, you know, on SOAR, and you know, we talked about this in Rumble and even previously, you know, like if you can get really good on one map that no one likes, aka SOAR, I think is the least picked map in, I think, North America's scene. It gives you an advantage. And that's you know, if you just get one map, that's definitely an advantage as it is in a best of 3, especially a best of 2. And well, looks like Merciless has definitely done their homework. They've done their practice on SOAR, coming back into the mix, and it's definitely showing.
Okay, here we go. 3 versus 3. Merciless. Will they be able to showcase all the practice that they've done here? Yep. And it seems like there is little hope here for Callow in the 1 versus 3. Merciless 10-0. This is tough. This is real tough for Hammers right now.
It definitely is. We are at 10-0. This is yeah, it's rolling and it's not stopping. It is just
Momentum
going. Yeah, it is just going all the way.
Well, let's see here. Can Hammers get 1 round even? That would be the name of the game here. Let's just start with 1. Just 1 round at a time. But
yep. Started slow.
Yeah. I think they're aware of that. They're saying something. Oh, no, we believe we can get 12 in a row, actually. We're going to wait till the half switch to start getting rounds. Boring until then.
But, you know, it's possible. I mean, Merciless is doing it now. They could always switch and do it again.
Yeah.
Likelihood.
Already an advantage here for Hammers that they haven't had in quite a while. 4 versus 5, so maybe Hammers can pull something together now in a 5 versus 4 situation. 50 seconds left on the clock, but now they've lost that advantage. So 4 versus 4 evened up as Dusty and Callow decently low. So is Ottawa, but favoring Merciless at the moment. The bomb still needs to make its way on over towards some bomb site. It looks like B is the target. And Vape does get taken down. Okay, Elise now will have to make himself known, and he gets taken out too. A 2 versus 3. This is very possible now. 20 seconds left on the clock. They just have to survive, and they will get a kill, and they will get a round. There we go, Hammers. Finally finding 1 round. It will not be a clean sweep. And as you can see here, in the previous encounter last season when they played, it was a 2-0. So we might get the exact same rematch here of a 2-0. But still, Hammers, they're cheering. They got 1 round. That's all they need to start.
Yep, they just gotta 1 round at a time. Like you said, you just gotta get it, do it, take time, go round to round. And here we go. They've got the weaponry again. They're gonna run it through. I see, look, Ox has a pistol. They won too much. He didn't have enough money. So, you know, they just weren't able to just stockpile money, but, you know, they're going to try it and see how far they can make it.
Yeah, it's last round anyway, so it's not like there's too much. But Alus finds one onto Dusty. And, well, see here. There we go. Alus, another one onto Callow. What more can they do? It seems like Hammers are just getting trapped inside right now. Zoned 2 and 11. He's had a tough game. And we saw last game as well. Callow and Zone were the two bottom fraggers, and Zoned, I don't think doing much better this game either. You can see Callow 7 and 12, Dusty 6 and 11, Mehmet 6 and 12. He just took another shot to the face, and now Juice 5 and 10 is his KD. Now 5 and 11. Ottawa knocks him down, and Merciless are 2 rounds away from taking map number 2.
Yep, so we're gonna rotate, and so here's the thing. That's jeez. So yeah, that's the score. And as we go into the flip, if Merciless takes this one, it's basically sayonara. It's all over. Because you know, if they go into the next one, they'll have pistols or forced even with Merciless with a full buy.
Hammers are rotating everyone basically over towards A. They're just keeping one person that's amendment on the B site, but you can see here 2 players sticking around. Ottawa, I think, is just trying to stay far back. They're trying to fake the fake. So I think they're trying to have everyone rotate around to maybe give the impression that they are no longer over towards pool, have them rotate, and then eventually just go towards pool. So yeah, this is a very interesting play here. Okay, now we see Ottawa back around, maybe not, maybe so. What is the game plan here? Dusty finds one, but he doesn't connect on the kill, so now Callow's just down low on the Hammer side. He took so much damage early on, and okay, Merciless, I see exactly what they're doing now. Callow,
no.
a pincer move, Zoned is gone, Juice is gone, and now it's a 3 versus 2. They should be able to get this bomb plant down, but okay, maybe they're coming in for these frags. Maybe they're coming in. Oh, they do. Okay, Hammers. Dusty and Amendment, they chime in at the very last moment, and they save themselves from more humiliation. The pistol round. Wow. All right there, Hammers. Looking alive now.
That's what they needed. I mean, honestly, it's just like if at least they're in for a little bit longer and forcing Merciless to go pistol. So best case scenario, again, it's not going to be no 13-0. You know, it's looking good. Let's see again how far they can take this. They're not on match point for Merciless, so there is still an extra whoopsies if they need it. But they at least have a little bit of a buffer. One, but a little bit of buffer.
Okay. All right, here we go. Juice now. Can he line them both up? No, he doesn't get a kill. So Scott will be able to pick up that gun. Dusty now. Okay, Lucy, he's just looking down. He's just waiting for something to happen right now. Vape takes down Amendment. Oh no. Oh no, I'm starting to slightly get worried here for Hammers now. This should not be a round that goes in favor of Merciless at all. But could they pick up another gun? Scott so far has the one gun and full health. With 45 seconds left, they could make a huge play here. Lucy's just running all the way back around now. Yeah, it seems like there might be a fake over towards B. Yeah, it should be Eluse. Okay, Scott takes down Callow somehow, and Eluse is somehow still alive. You can see him, he evaded zone, and he gets taken down by Dusty. But now with 15 seconds left, they're gonna march around into the bomb site, and they're gonna get the kill. Yes, they are. Okay, what? Scott and Vape so low. Look at them combined, but they get the round victory, and Hammers probably are not super happy with that. Merciless now on to match point, on to series point. They could take the 2-0 and get 3 points right off the bat right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's Maybe. You know, I mean, look at this. We're on match point. Dusty's the only one with a rifle. This is the last scrappiness possible to make something happen.
See here. Ottawa now. Okay. Yep. I think it's the beginning of the end. 5 versus 2. It looks unlikely that Hammers will be able to clutch this one out. Dusty has gotten 1 kill already. Alus finds himself dead as well. And so what can Juice do as well as Dusty? They find themselves some frags, but now just down to Juice. 1 versus 2. They're on the bomb site already. And Ox, he has an inkling that he's around the smoke and he will kill him. And that's the end of this one, ladies and gentlemen. 13-2. A very one-sided matchup. We maybe jinxed it, saying that these matches are usually pretty close. And in today's case, this was not that close. Soar goes the way of Merciless. 13-2 on Hammer's map pick. So that means Merciless extend their win victory ratio to 2 wins, 1 loss, and Hammers still are have no wins on this map. So either way, Merciless will take the victory. The 2-0, they get 3 points. Hammers and themselves with 0 points this week. And that, I think, will be the conclusion of our first week for Americas, ladies and gentlemen. That was our second best of 2. Commiserations to Hammers. They tried their heart out in map number 1. They tried their heart on map number 2 as well, but it just didn't work out for them. Raid a much closer map at the end of the day. So Merciless will take home that 3 total points. And A-Master, well, that kind of wraps it up, right? Merciless,
yeah,
after a strong start.
I mean, 13-9, it was close. It really was. And it looked great as a comeback. It just didn't happen. But it didn't go so well for part 2 of today's adventure of game number 2. 13-2. So Hammers definitely has and now knows a good pinpoint that they need to work on for themselves, that they have a little pressure point that they need to work on, because as we go further into these matches, other teams will want to exploit that about their abilities on Soar. They've seen it, and they might want to replicate it. So, Hammers, I think they know, you guys know what the homework needs to be this week, and that's going to be Soar. So you guys might want to get some practice in with that, so that is now an effective hole that will be filled. But congratulations at least to Merciless for being able to take the 2-0 for themselves and taking a nice early lead. So we'll be able to check that out and see where they land as far as after all the games are set and done, and see what the rankings are. But honestly, Merciless at this point is going to have an absolute nasty round balance thanks to that. That round balance is going to be really good, and we'll get those numbers for you guys next time as we get all those things. All right, actually, we're getting word that might be a thing, coming up here soon. And so again, keep an eye out for that, and we'll see if we can get everything updated for that for next time. So do keep an eye out for that. We will get those updated. We'll find out where everybody stands. Again, we still got some matches that happen off stream, so we got to make sure those are good to go. Cool, Mark. It's been great.
It's been great.
Anything else?
Tomorrow, check out tomorrow's stream. We'll have some Eurasia action as well. Won't be myself and A-Master, I don't believe, but enjoy some good old action of Critical Ops Pro League for Eurasia. And thanks for supporting everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the near future, tomorrow for sure, and next week as well. Take care, everybody, and have a great night.